I know. I said I wasn't gonna do this. I said I wasn't gonna do it. We did dreadful on Saturday. We really did. We had very few. I think we had 2 people on for about 20 minutes, and that was about it. Oh dear. But we are going to do it. And yeah, it's my team, Rotherham United. So we have. Yeah, it's not a bad little couple of games. We've got Rotherham coming away at Stevenage. We are gonna cover Bournemouth and Man United, absolutely. We're gonna cover Liverpool, Spurs, and we're not quite. We may. What we got this afternoon? We've also got Birmingham and Mansfield. So we've got Birmingham, Mansfield, Stevenage, Rotherham. There we are. So yeah, we're okay. We can do this. It's gonna be. Let's see if we can. I don't know if we can change the title from here. Stevenage, Rotherham. Thompson and Reed supporting Edwards. As for the away side, it's Phillips in goal, Rafferty, Odofin and Humphreys as a back 3, Kelly and James as the wing backs, Powell and Rudder-Kampanzu in the middle, with Sibley playing behind. There we are. And Wilkes. The League One action comes from the Laming Stadium today. It's a 2 p.m. kick-off as Stevenage take on a Rotherham United. There we are. It's, we've added it to there. We are. Points on 55. And the top half finish is the best that both of these sides can achieve from now until the end of the campaign. So, we won't get anybody, but we will put that in. Hey, working on your stream. There we are. So there we are. We are live. We're going to be covering the game in about 3 minutes' time. So while I just make sure we've got a plug in, because we did have to change things. So unfortunately, I had to take plugs out. This is 15th against 14th in the table. They're both level on points on 55. And the top half finish is the best that both of these sides can achieve from now until the end of the campaign. Looking at the team news for this one then, and Stevenage have made 4 changes and they're 1-0 lost to Birmingham. So I hope you're all well. We are. We're going to be, we're going to be following the Rotherham now. Why not? It's the last one of the season. I can't really say no to the last game, can I? Can we? I can't really say no to the last game, can I? So all those people who could, I know that at least Roy will repeat this just to see what I said to his side, whatever they do this afternoon. We are going to follow both. Absolutely, why not? We're going to follow both because it's going to be one of those games, isn't it? I think one of those days where we can enjoy our games. There we are. Good. So we've got one viewer, which is me. Thank you very much, me. So English Super League Women's Division. Crystal Palace 0 and West Ham 5. And it's only 70 minutes through that game as well. So 5-0 West Ham women beating Crystal Palace women. Liverpool have just scored, I think. Liverpool winning 2, Tottenham Hotspur 2. Will this be the only team from Tottenham that can actually win anything? Cheek of it. we are going to go... I'm going to actually go into the game now just to make sure we don't miss when it starts. The interesting thing is that we're obviously I'm listening. You can hear the game in the background. We're about to we should be about to start the Rotherham game. So Stevenage versus Rotherham, and I do believe yes we have kicked off. And we can
welcome along to our unofficial off-tube studio commentary of this League One encounter as Stevenage take on Rotherham United.
I am actually about 30 seconds ahead of the of what you're hearing, so I can see it quicker than what it's coming through. But we'll let you hear from the commentary itself as Stevenage go into the attack first with List on the left-hand side. Run straight into the corner, straight past the Rotherham defence. And there's all the notifications telling me that we've started.
Neither side can get relegated. Side can get into the playoffs, so they will be preparing for
match started. Rotherham, of course. Hello there, Roy. Stevenage 2, Rotherham 1. Birmingham 1, Mansfield 7. Well done, Roy. I was just saying about, I bet Roy will at least look at this on replay. Oh, Stevenage have an attack there, and Rotherham's defence grab it at the last minute. Give it to Lewis Sibley, but he just kicks it straight into the Stevenage half. Wastefully into the Stevenage half, and Stevenage then just passing it around midfield with Good. Oh, Pergini kicks it, wellies it into the Rotherham goal mouth, and from his own half straight in. Oh, that's not going to go anywhere, is it? God knows why he kicked it that far. You're right, if you've got somebody with good legs, I suppose 1 minute in they're going to have some energy, aren't they? But it'll knacker them out if he carries on kicking that sort of distance. Freestone then for Stevenage.
You have Mpanzu and Powell in the middle, Sibley and playing behind Nombe and Wilkes. It will be the Rotherham goalkeeper though.
So we've took JJ out. A little bit of a controversy there, I think, taking JJ out. Never really got a chance under Evans. Although Evans said you've got to prove to me that you're worth keeping, and then never put him in the side to prove it. He did get a chance last time out. He didn't really get anywhere, JJ. He was sort of like... He did a really good solid job, I thought, but he just didn't get much of the ball because of the way they were playing. Just never got to him. Never actually reached him. So it was a bit difficult for him to prove what he could do. And he sort of... I keep looking down at the comment, Mansfield 7. Dylan Phillips, anyway. And that's the other thing. Dylan Phillips in goal. He's been showing that he can make some pretty good fluffs and pretty good mistakes lately. Look, he can pull off some really good saves as well, but he really can pull off some absolute garbage. So it's going to be interesting. Oh, here we go. He's put something on. Birmingham 4, Mansfield 2. Both teams got nothing to. Well, they haven't, have they? They're going to win they've won the championship, won the league anyway. It's going to be interesting to see what they do over the next 2 years, isn't it? Like, they've probably pushed what they can spend right to the very limit. Obviously, people tell me, oh yeah, but they can spend what they like in League One. They put their accounts in next year, and this year will be part of the 3-year rolling for the championship. So they've pushed it to the limit. So let's see what they do over the next 2 years. They can still spend roughly what they spent this year. It'll be interesting to see how they balance it over 3 years, because I know Wigan, when they went up, they spent more than they should have done going up into the championship, and then they couldn't spend any more, so they didn't spend anything when they went up. I think that Birmingham have more of an income. They've got an ability to spend more. Because they've got a bigger income, so they can spend more, and the financial fair play rules mean they can still spend a fair bit in next year. Probably sort of 30-35 million they can still spend. So I think they can do it. And like Roy says there, you really haven't got much. As Powell,
shot comes in, a good block there as the defender throws himself at it, and then really had a
Rotherham actually attacking there. Powell managing to find his way into the box, but the defender blocks it and kicks it straight back out, and it's Rotherham now attacking. Well, it's a throw in their own half. It went all the way to Rotherham half. On Rotherham's left-hand side,
by the Millers, who said
Kelly crosses it to the right-hand side. His Rafferty and Kelly's ran the whole width of the pitch. Kelly's back on the right-hand side. Kelly to Powell, back across to Humphreys Grant. And Rotherham are just trying to keep the ball at the minute. Rotherham obviously trying to get a we're trying to get to a top half position. I think that's the best we can do, and I think that would be, to me, that would be acceptable. I think that would be quite nice to be able to say that because I actually originally said that Rotherham would finish in 10th position, and I would have been happy with 10th position. 12th is the best we can really we can finish in. I think that we can do that. I think we should be looking to finish in 12th, and we'll see. Yeah, we should be able to finish in 12th, I think. Dylan Phillips kicks it all the way into the Stevenage half. Looking for Sibley, but he doesn't get. He does get the second ball though. Lewis manages to get the second ball on the left-hand side for Rotherham, and Lewis now can try and.
Wilkes there. It was the smallest of nudges, really, but I tell you what,
what?
Does well. He buys that free kick.
Aikens is now in prison. Well, what the hell did he do? I missed that one. I think, look, I can't see Nigel Clough moving. Look, it's the thing with Nigel Clough is that he's always been one of these managers that goes in, spends a year or so there, and then gets moved. And Rotherham has scored! Wow, we're talking. Rotherham has scored, and it all comes from Lewis.
And it's nearly into the back of the net. It is into the back of the net. Rotherham have taken the lead. Well, it's turned in somehow at the far post. It was a nice ball in from Powell. It was whipped across the 6-yard box eventually when it was bending back away from the goalkeeper. Everybody missed it except the Rotherham man at the far post, and it's Stevenage 0, Rotherham 1. Yeah, that was really, really bizarre.
We don't usually put somebody on the back. You know, the Rotherham fans will be saying that we've very rarely put anybody on the back post, and we keep pushing it towards the back post when nobody's there. Today we've just done it and actually put somebody on the back post. Bloody hell, it works. But yeah, look, I've seen Nigel Clough move on and then get moved on and get moved on, and he never seems to really click for me in any one role for long enough. You know, and whenever he does stay for a while, he just seems to not do brilliantly. He's found a place where he can actually do well, and I think you'll find he'll stay. I really do think he'll stay, because where else would he go? Look, there's lots of places for him to go, but here at Mansfield, he's got a place where it actually nearly worked, didn't it? Very nearly worked. Mansfield really did play really well as we got Stevenage 0 and Rotherham 1. Please do like and subscribe. This is the next to last live. You know, we did try one yesterday, but nobody turned up. So I'm happy we've got some people. It's nice to see you all in. Yeah, have a chat in the box. Tell us what team you support. Yeah, we actually had there a shot to the back post, and we actually had somebody on the back post for the first time months. Yeah, and I think that you'll see that that Nigel Clough stays. I'd love to know about Aikens. I didn't hear that Aikens was in jail. I think they've locked your striker up. That's a really good one, isn't it? If only Mr. Evans left at Christmas. Yeah, I know. Absolutely. The thing is, that's the problem, Roy. If you get a manager who is friends with the owner's not going to want to let him go. He's not going to want to sack his best friend. And that's what we got. He wasn't going to sack his best friend, and he didn't until the Rotherham fans really were like, no, this is shit. We've got to get rid of him. He's awful. Yeah, it became, for me anyway, it became obvious that we had to get rid of him. And I think that Tony Stewart realised that he wasn't going to be able to get away with it, especially going into our 100th anniversary, which is this season coming up. So, yeah, next season is our 100th official anniversary. Rotherham was actually a club before that, but it was two clubs that joined together before that. So the official day of joining, where they became one club, is 100 years coming up. No expectations at Mansfield. He is adored by most fans. You know, that's it with Nigel Clough. He's very much as Butler goes down the left-hand side for Stevenage. They're not giving up Stevenage. They're certainly keeping on pushing. As Butler now passes it, tries crossing it, but Rafferty tries to get to it, does get it, but it comes across. List as a shot, but it's blocked by Humphreys Grant. Humphreys Grant kicks it out only as far as Phillips for Stevenage.
Out on the right, it's delivered towards the far post. That is an awful ball in, way too heavy. I think it may go out for a throw for Stevenage on this right-hand side.
Too heavy, Pat. They got caught in the moment there. The Stevenage trying to push it in really quickly after the block on the line by Humphreys Grant, and just far too heavy there. Yes, yeah. Nigel Clough is one of those managers that you either love or you hate. He's very much like Marmite, isn't he? You either like the way he plays and the football he plays, because he's very, very particular style of football, and there aren't a lot of fans who like watching it. But you know, I mean, you said earlier, Roy, all season basically, it's been very pretty football, and it has. As Reed nearly gets through the back of Rotherham's defence, but Duffy manages to side foot it eventually towards Mpanzu on the right-hand side, and Mpanzu can't control it, and it goes out for a throw-in to Stevenage. But Sibley, two Rotherham defenders there grabbing it from him, passing it to Sibley, and Sibley can try and calm it down, I think, really. Sibley's doing a lot of work here. Sibley's managing on that right-hand side to just calm the Rotherham side down a bit. Nobody actually saw who that was. It was Nombe that scored it. It was actually Nombe on the far post. Now, that's a surprise to me, because Nombe is usually the big, heavy guy that blasts in and just forces his way through the defence and just hits it straight at goal. To me, he's not usually the one at the back post, like pushing him and the body and the ball through the net. And on this occasion, he just happened. He met that cross. He met the cross. He was the only player who could have who managed to go for it. Lots of others could have got it on the way through, believe me, but it was Nombe that finished it. And it's back to Nombe now on the left-hand side.
Free kicks given. Not happy with this one was Charlie Good this time, who, again, along with Piergiani, is a brute of a centre-half.
His style is more suited for the Championship. That's an interesting thought. I've always said, haven't I, that I wasn't sure that Birmingham could stand the hustle and bustle of League One. Like the fact that you always in League One and League Two, if you've got the ball, you tend to have at least 2 defenders straight on your feet trying to tackle the ball off you. Sibley nearly got through, and he gets a second ball, tries to pass it through, but Pergini manages to grab it for Stevenage. And it's. I thought they might have had a bit of a problem with not having the space. You get the space in the Championship, Roy, don't you? But in League One and Two, you'd never get a chance to stop. As Butler again for Stevenage crosses it in, and it's out for a Rotherham goal kick. So I didn't know if they could, but they did. They managed to cope on the whole very well with this. 2 people attacking, two people at least attacking you as soon as you got the ball. Oh, Nombe's injured. They're clattered into, and break now for Nombe's injury. But we have League 2 players, so average is League 1. Yeah. And you play. If you're saying you're playing a good standard of sort of like a Championship style with League One players, that's really interesting, because actually it worked, didn't it? If only you'd have kept Lee Gregory uninjured, can you imagine where you'd have been? Because all those teams that have faltered. How many teams have faltered? You've had Reading up there, and they came back down the middle and back up again. Leyton Orient did the same. They were in the top 6, came back down and went back up. Huddersfield were in there and have disappeared up their own Jacksy. Barnsley, of course, did the same. They were in the top 6, and look where they are now, somewhere around mid-table, doing absolutely nothing. Nombe's still down. We're still injured. Still got an injury session on at the minute. So there's all these teams. One wonders. My team to watch for this season, if you're watching this, was Mansfield. My team to watch was Mansfield. The reason I gave that is because I just had a feeling that what I was seeing in the pre-season games was, to me, quite interesting, and it looked like they'd got a solid game plan, and I think since Lee Gregory got injured, we won 3 in 20 games. Yeah, exactly. And how many did you win before? Can you imagine how high up the table Mansfield would be if only Lee Gregory would have been up front? I don't. The problem here, some people would say, and we finally got playing again now. Stevenage throwing in their own half on the left hand side. Is that it's bad to be able to have to say that Mansfield Town relied on one player. However, Mansfield are one of those. They're a small side. They haven't got the depth because they can't go buying 3 players for each position. They wouldn't. They haven't got the money to do it. But they've done really well with the depth that they had. And if that means that perhaps they should have had one in reserve that they could have possibly pulled up for in attack. But that might, in hindsight, it's always good, isn't it? But I think if we can get Lee Gregory back and in the side next season, and possibly another that can back him up this time, which we seem to have got. Well, one or two. You've got a couple now coming through that we think might just be able to learn from him. Maybe next season be a better season. Well, it will be a better season with him in. And you wonder where you're going to finish. As Stevenage are on the left-hand side, they've managed to get it into the Rotherham half. They're right by the edge of the box. We've got a throw in now.
Goes out of play, so it'll be a throw to Stevenage on this near side. Still 0-0, by the way, at the Vitality Stadium between Bournemouth and Manchester United. Late game in full 30 in the top flight is Liverpool.
Well, let's have a look at the other games. Yeah, let's have a look while we're there. We have Bournemouth 0, Man United 0. Let's have a look at the stats on that one. At the minute we've got
maybe a chance here at the far post. Oh, and the keeper saved it on the line, and that really should be 1-1. Great opportunity. Just trying to sort of flick it.
Oh, Stevenage aren't giving up here, are you?
What an opportunity.
That's I said if. That's what I said if, right? I think I think he will. There are certain sides that would go for him, absolutely. And you're probably thinking Rotherham might actually, because we haven't got an absolute top striker. So Nombe might be able to step up, we say, but hasn't stepped up so far. As Man United are offside, what we've got here then is 4 shots to Bournemouth, 2 shots to Man United, only 1 on target so far, and that's Man United. 59% possession to Man U. Bournemouth are keeping the ball quite nicely though when they've got it, and they're managing to take Man U on the break. So that's actually how that one's going at the minute. As we go back to Stevenage versus Rotherham, and Stevenage are building from the defence now with Hammond with the ball.
Yeah, I mean the physios did put on from the original incident when he went down. He put on a huge strapping to try and tighten it up for him, but yeah, I mean Stevenage are a bit frustrated because Nombe is now once again getting some medical attention. I think just try and get the sub running, but
I don't know if Nombe is going to have to come off. Yeah, Nombe is going to come off. Nombe's injured. So with 1 game left, Nombe is now injured. Nombe is going to have to come off. So the only striker that we think we could have handed it to is now injured.
Game 45 of the season. Why take that risk? But you are right.
Got clattered into by Stevenage, and unfortunately he's now injured. So he won't play. He won't play again this season.
Come on and get himself in the goals, but Mike's up there, so won't be any change in how Rotherham have been lining up. But yeah, that's just sort of slowed really the pace and the tempo of this game for the last 5 minutes or so, with Nombe receiving treatment and then coming back on and then going down again. So it's just halted any kind of momentum that the home side have been building. But to be honest, Stevenage haven't built a lot. There was that one chance a few minutes ago.
Kick it with Stevenage have with Freestone in defence.
Required contact on it, the power, and then there's a foul here. Is
massive call for us.
Well,
oh god, I mean, Roy, we started this season before Rotherham took any people on us. Butler goes down the left hand side again for Stevenage. We had, I think, about 7 first team players, and unfortunately, all the ones that we took on were on 2-year contracts. There was only that idiot with a golden boot for League One that we won't mention, that got a 4-year contract, I think. So we've got to sell him on because he's garbage.
Gradually moving their way.
I mean, Clark Harris is great. I'm sure he's a great bloke with anyone else, but with us he never scores a thing. Doffin now gathers that cross. So we've got most of our players have got 1 year left on their contract this summer, and most of them have been told you're not trying your hardest. I can see most of them being on the way. I mean, most of them are over 30 anyway. I think our average age must be about 32. Well, I might be exaggerating it, guys, but it's certainly not young. I think Huddersfield are fishing Gregory, although not official. Yeah, I think that the better the devil you know, I think he may very well stay. I think he very, very well may stay. Knowing how well you did with him in the squad, yeah, he knows how much he's worth, doesn't he? Whereas if he goes to a big squad like Huddersfield, he might get a game. He might not, you know. James now on the left-hand side for Rotherham, trying to get somewhere on the left wing, but Phillips for Stevenage, and those 2 wingers for Stevenage are doing really, really well. or at least the two players on the wing for Stevenage. Oh, Thompson gets goes down now for Stevenage. So now we've got Stevenage with an injury. I'm trying to see what, because we were told we were going to get a. Yeah, we have. We've got Johnson, Clark, Harris. Yeah, great. We've got Nombe off. Johnson, Clark, Harris on 21 minutes for the injury to Nombe. That's a little bit worrying. Nombe, this was his chance to show that he could play some really good football, and Nombe's just not got the confidence. You know, he's got the abilities there. All the fans can see he could score goals in League One, but he's got to be able to stay on the pitch, and he's off injured again. And I'm just thinking, this would have been because the manager's only been here for a few games. It's very difficult to see, and Stevenage are now making a substitution, so we're getting players going down injured, and they're actually getting taken off. So it's a little bit. These tackles are getting a bit hefty at the minute. Do you think Rotherham could be in the playoff if Evans had left at Christmas?
We just hope for 5 minutes of non-stoppages for injuries.
If it had left at Christmas, possibly, because, and I say that because in January we took on nobody. We didn't recruit anybody, which was very, very difficult. Well, we recruited I think 2 midfielders, but we had nobody. We had so many injuries in defence. We had one game about a month or two ago. We only had one. We had 3 people in defence and only 1 defender amongst them. We didn't cover ourselves properly in January, and bad throw-in from Rotherham on the left-hand side, straight to Pergini for Stevenage, and we should have covered ourselves more at the back. And I think had we changed from Evans at Christmas, it would have given this guy Hammy a bit more of a free reign of let's actually cover where we're really crap and have no depth whatsoever. In fact, no players whatsoever in defence. You know, but instead, Rotherham fans we've just got a midfielder again. What? I was like, what the hell have we got a midfield? We're going to be playing midfielders in defence, and we were. We played 2 in one game. 3 at the back, 2 of them were midfielders, 1 of them was a defender. So yeah, I think we would have been up there. I don't think we'd have made it to the playoffs. If I'm honest, I don't think we would. But we would have made a good attempt for it. But we've not got a striker either, so not really possible for us to have pushed ourselves into that. Perhaps we need Lee Gregory. I mean, you know, that's a good point. So Hammy, if you're listening, Lee Gregory is a very good target for Rotherham United. Oh dear, can we imagine him going up the road? No.
Manchester United 0. Tyler Adams booked in the 23rd.
So Reece James now for Rotherham on the left-hand side. Yeah, the interesting thing is that we are playing it up the wings, Rotherham. It's Stevenage 0, Rotherham 1.
Going in the football. It's about 3 times a year can you wear your shorts and your t-shirt. They're up and down the country this week. Expected weather.
Out of contract? I didn't realise out of contract. I thought he'd still go another year.
Played him, but Pierre while he was nearby, never actually reached him. Clark Harris goes inside the up and under. Scooped forward by Rotherham. Now they're looking to try and release Wilkes, who's backing in, resting all the time. He's got a hold of the shirt of the Stevenage.
Clark Harris to Mpanzu.
Great courage from Phillips.
Trying to run into the box, and Mpanzu.
Trying to play it away from trouble, and they've rescued it back as Mpanzu gets to the ball. Turns it back into the middle of the park. This time it's Kelly. Into midfield this time for Powell. Powell sweeps it left. He's
back to the left side with Humphries. Back to
pace
Powell, doing a couple of 1-2s with Powell here. Everybody's passing it back to Powell. Oh, Clark Harris loses it to Pergini. And we look so well there, passing it around, and then all of a sudden Pergini just steps in, takes it off Clark Harris, and it's back with Stevenage.
He's chopped down the forward, and I think he's hurt his kneecap. He's tried to take out List, it's worked, but he's hurt his right knee doing it. And I say this all the time in commentary, when you play football, or any sport of contact that matters, when you clash kneecaps, you feel a little bit sick, and I can see why he's in some discomfort, but it's just a part of the punishment. If you make a lazy challenge, this happens.
Yeah, I think he kind of stumbles a little bit into the challenge as well. I think he goes in.
He gets a
and
yellow card for it at that. So
rather
Rotherham get the first yellow card.
Well, I'll just take all the man down then. Yeah, it's not great. Just clash your knees, like you said, and yellow card.
So Thompson off for Stevenage on 26, and King comes on to replace him because of an injury. So now we're starting to get a few injuries in this game. 1 year contract with an optional 1 year pending. You know, so if they've got an optional 1 year, I would take it. Mainly because you could at least sell him for something, and you have to action it. And then if you think you're going to lose him, then at least you're going to you can try and say, well, you know, we can get some money for you if you want to go. As Stevenage go down the right hand side and just playing a couple of 1-2s on the right. White now for Stevenage, back to Pergini. I'll call him Pergini. It's Pergini, I think, isn't it? Well, Pergini, yeah. Pergini. So Pergini again in midfield. With a couple of 1-2s in midfield, passing it back to defence for Stevenage. Across to the left hand side, try to cross it all the way down, but Rafferty taps it out for a Stevenage throw in. Next to the left hand corner flag for Stevenage. And pulls it back. White, good.
Still working, going through
King.
here are the hosts.
Good. Crosses it in. Doffin manages to get to that one. Yeah, it sounds like you've got. Oh, List has a shot and it's off target, and it's kicked straight back out by Rotherham, and it's another dangerous throw in for Stevenage on the right hand side this time. Yeah, Rotherham have the number of 1 year contracts that Rotherham's got now. Everyone, apart from Clark Harris, every single one we purchased last summer, or last summer, were on 2 year contracts, all on 2 year contracts, and it does make you think, how on earth are we gonna? What are we going to do? And it's back out for Stevenage, right next to the right hand corner post here. So let's see what they do, because this is going to be. It's all. Ooh, they nearly get it. He throws it to the near side post. They nearly get it, but Rotherham managed to get that one. And it's another corner.
Deliver this. He's White. It'll be a left-footed in swinger. Yet to give the signal. Both arms are off, so his teammates know what's coming. It's another full of ball to the far post. Both players go for it. It'll be a goal kick. I think it hit good late. The player in front of him was expected to head the ball. He didn't see it coming, and in doing so, it's gone behind. But I mean, Rotherham's in scoring. Have lost a player to injury.
Good there, actually. Good there. I'll call him good rather than good.
Yeah, no,
good. I know he's got an E on the end of it, but he nearly. He was right in there, and he must be a couple of yards out from the Rotherham goal line. Perhaps should have scored there, really. As we kick it out down the right hand side, and Clark Harris gathers it on the right. He's not doing very well. He can't try. He just doesn't seem to be able to get past this Stevenage back line.
Need to see a little bit more possession and just knock it around. But neither side have looked comfortable in possession, I would say that.
Yes, there's more needless.
Neither side can keep the ball for 2 kicks. Let's just say it that way. Neither side are good at possession, he said. I.e. the crap. Come on, let's just say the crap.
Clashed into each other, gave each other an opinion. The referee just walked over to make sure both of them nipped that in the bud. But again, you just think
Clark Harris kicks it in, but Ashby Hammond kicks it out. Butley nearly gets it. Oh, there's a bit of ping pong ball between Butley, List, and and one of the Rotherham defenders goes out for a Stevenage dangerous throw again on the opposite side, on the left-hand side. Back to White. King.
Across the defence and collecting possession.
Rotherham trying to make sure he can't get in, but it's a yellow card to Rotherham. It's quite a dangerous position here.
And it will be Kelly that is punished for, I was going to say to pull on the short. I think it's a mixture of the lower half of the shirt, but it's right in front of the referee. It's around the hip. It's quite hard to disguise when you're wearing blue and the other team's in white.
Yeah, and also I think Stevenage in a more potent attacking position there. You know, he'd span away from Kelly.
So he's booked him because Stevenage were in the attack.
So, yeah,
right. Well, that sounds really fair, doesn't it?
What they can do.
It's quite a dangerous position on the left-hand side here for Stevenage. They could...
Over the set piece is White. You've got King as well. White's getting instruction from the bench. King's now orchestrating some hand movements to tell his teammates where to go. Will the
Rotherham goal kick.
Floated in all the way towards the far post. They were looking for like a bouncing ball to upset.
Straight through and out on the other side. Oh,
White's
have we got a goal? Let's go and have a look. Yes, we have. We've got Bournemouth 1 now. Man U 0. However, it's now Man U who have a corner on the Manchester left. So let's just stick with this while we're listening to a Rotherham game, but we've got Man U on a corner now. Oh, way too long, but it does get picked up by Yoro. Pulls it back in. Missouri, no, gets kicked back out. Garnacho, another shot, and that gets kicked back out. And Bournemouth defender gets it right on the line. I'm not going to try and say that name. And they can try and kick it out now. So Man U are really hammering the goal at the minute. Trying to put Man U are really on one at the minute. Everton women 2, Brighton women 1. If anybody's interested in that. Inter Milan 0, Roma 1. We go back to Stevenage. Stevenage 0, Rotherham 1 from Nombe. Injured, I'm afraid, and then Nombe comes off for Clark Harris, who has the ball at the minute in the middle of the Rotherham area and loses it to Phillips, who shoots, and it's bounced off a defender. How the hell did Clark Harris lose it in the Rotherham penalty area? And how did Phillips not score for Stevenage?
Yeah, just that first touch just didn't quite bring it down quick enough, and there was enough time for the Rotherham defence to get out and put pressure on it.
So at the minute it's 55% possession to Rotherham. It's 5 shots for Stevenage, 1 on target, none in the net. It's 2 shots for Rotherham, 1 on target, 1 in the net. And at the minute it's, should I say, it's mainly Stevenage. This is... It is a solid... I agree with the commentator. It is a solid defensive performance at the minute, as Rotherham push it from defence all the way through, but Stevenage are playing such a high line. As soon as it's kicked by defence, it's offside.
I guess obstruction. Still 0-1 it remains. Stevenage taking a quick free kick here to hopefully get the game running.
Stevenage take the kick. It's to King in midfield. So obviously, it's the free kick, the offside kick was actually almost by the halfway line. It goes out, crossed by Stevenage, poor cross, rolls out for a Rotherham throw in their own half. They try to do a long one, but Hammond gets it for Stevenage.
Takes down Wilkes. Wilkes, I think, is claiming he's been elbowed in the head here, or at least a shoulder.
Wilkes has been elbowed in the head and is now down, and he's staying down.
Pirgiani, as I said it earlier, such a determined player, but there's a real protest here suggesting their man has been caught on purpose.
No card, and it does look like Wilkes was taken out on purpose.
Kind of puts the shoulder over, but it's more good just gets in front of Wilkes, and then there's a little bit of coming together. I don't think there's no much.
Arm in there.
There's no arm in the air. There's just there's the sort of the back of the shoulder goes into the face. Wilkes is unhappy, but the referee, I mean, really good from the referee because he just goes over and stands over Wilkes, and then there's 4 Rotherham players came and surrounded him, and he went 1, 2, 3, 4, go away. The skipper then comes over and starts throwing his teammates away. So that was good from the official, but
can't understand Stevenage tactics. Got nothing to lose unless they're trying new formations for next season. Yeah, I mean, I think that's what they're doing, Roy. A lot of teams who have nothing to play for start. Like, I think it wasn't the last game. It was the game before. Rotherham put a whole load of kids on. We lost. If I know it was last game. It was Wigan game, wasn't it? We put about 3 or 4 kids on that we'd given a contract to. So I think we got three youngsters on at one point. Yeah, we were losing 1-0, but hey, we're going to try and see whether they're any good. And actually, they played really well. So yeah, I think there's a lot of that in here now. Playing a few different ways, seeing whether next season we can play a bit differently. And why shouldn't Stevenage do it? They're not going anywhere either, are they? Oh, Stevenage throw in, but Rafferty intercepts it, kicks it into the corner, but it doesn't get to anyone. Then Stevenage lob it high and long, and Powell grabs it for Rotherham in the defence. Tries running towards the midfield area now. Couple of 1-2s, not quite knowing where he's going. Manages to get it to Wilkes, but he just can't get there, and it's kicked back into the Rotherham midfield. Kelly, James back to Humphreys, Grant, and then back into the Rotherham goalkeeper. Humphreys, Grant, Duffin. This is how high Stevenage are playing. They're playing a really, really high back line, which not quite. I don't like it because it's it only for their fans. It's really annoying because as soon as you get caught out, that's it. The opposition will score because once you pass that high back line, they've got nobody to defend. But on the other side, you're playing in half the pitch, which as a school kid I was always told, playing the whole pitch, use the whole pitch. But Stevenage here are trying to force the game into just the Rotherham half. As Rotherham try and beat it, but again offside. Just can't time this time it through this high back line of this high back line of Stevenage is just causing a problem at the minute.
The best they can both do. Not going to be relegated. Mentioned at the start, how much are these players going to have that desire and determination to bust a gut?
So if Rotherham win this one, Rotherham are now in 12th position, which is realistically that's going to be where we're going to be. Every time it goes off, it cuts the game off.
Pretty much. I just saw that. Half-time sacks, high and chips in the background there.
So yeah, we're in 12th position on 58 points. 15 goal differences ahead, and 3 points ahead of us is Lincoln. But we're not going to overturn 15 goals, are we? Not even Rotherham can do that. If we win 8-0 and they lose 7-0, we might just about make it the same. I don't think that's going to happen somehow. Dear. And then we'll be going on to the Mansfield game afterwards. Might as well stay for that one. Mansfield in 19th again. Nothing to play for. And Birmingham really, they don't have anything to play for either, do they? But Mansfield in 19th, 48 points. 51 minus 10. Minus 14.
Working goes well here, Rotherham. More control, James, you'd say as well. One touch passing, but
how far can they go up? 48, 50. They can go up one place, Mansfield. There's Humphreys now. Humphreys, Grant, pass it to James. They're trying the left-hand wing. 1-2, quick 1-2. And it's in, it's a goal! It's Rotherham have scored. Listen to it as it happens.
squeezes it through. Oh, it's a beautiful ball to Wilkes. He tries to score, and he
Powell
has. What
to
a great
Wilkes.
goal from
Powell
Wilkes.
fight.
The flag has gone up.
Oh, it's
Very
nice
much,
being
muted
offside.
celebration. And there is the flag, but he just caressed it into the far corner. It was the most nonchalant finish. Devastating through.
Oh, it's not a goal. It's still Stevenage 0, Rotherham 1.
Cutting edge stuff. Waited well by Powell.
He looks to go. He looks to go and then has to check his run. So I think he could be off.
Yeah, but just the way he strokes it across the back of the
Anyway, it's back with Kelly now in the Rotherham defence. I think they've got the tails up now, Rotherham. Oh, loses it to Phillips for Stevenage. Oh, dear, should have done better than that. Could have been 1-1. Oh, what's the goalkeeper done? What an idiot. He's giving it to King. Oh, bloody hell. I mean, like, why does the goalkeeper now has done two blatantly stupid mistakes for Rotherham, from the Rotherham goalkeeper, gifting it to the...
tries to get it out of his feet quickly to the left-hand side where Butler was waiting, but I mean, it was ruined a couple of passes before that, really. They did well to break into the box, but just lacking the composure when get into those positions just to find the final pass.
That's two times that the Rotherham goalkeeper's gifted it to the attackers in his own area.
First time he got attention.
Rafferty loses it now on the right-hand side, and Rafferty loses it to List. List is being a particular pain in the arse as List runs into the left-hand corner for Stevenage, passes it back to Butler, who's also been a pain in the arse.
Fired in by List. Butler's picked up the pieces. It's into midfield for King.
Back in, Doffin kicks it sideways, and it's kicked. It's a throw in by the flag for Stevenage on their right-hand side.
Ball into an area where you think something might happen, where you actually don't think it through. A lot of players use that as it's a positive contribution.
Backwards to Phillips and on the beach football, lol. Yeah, it is. You know, I wasn't going to do it. I thought, well, we're both on the beach. What's the point? And I thought, I'll go on. We want to watch this game, don't we? So we want to watch it. We might as well watch it.
I think control-wise, especially in the middle of the park.
Let's have a quick look at next weekend, shall we, for these teams? So we're going to go to next Saturday.
Too easy when he picks it up. He's got so much space and time.
So next Saturday for League One, we have important games. Huddersfield, Leyton Orient. Now, obviously, Leyton Orient are hoping to stay ahead of Reading. They're away at Huddersfield, who aren't particularly doing very well, and are desperately in need of the end of the season, aren't they? Mansfield are at home to Exeter. That's just another nothing game, isn't it? Rotherham are at home to Peterborough. And everybody at the beginning of the season thought this might be, as Rotherham have a dangerous throw-in on the right-hand side. They thought that this Rotherham-Peterborough game could be one of these playoff place games, didn't they? But it's pretty much a nothing game there. Reading are at home to Barnsley, and we know what Barnsley have been playing like the last few games, the last month. So it's going to be very interesting. It's going to see how many goals these two teams can score, because Orient could score quite a bit against Huddersfield, and I think Reading could score quite a bit against Barnsley. So I don't know what you think, Roy, but those two games, what two games when it could come down to goal difference, probably will. And you've got one of them playing Huddersfield, who are playing garbage, and one of them playing Barnsley, which is playing absolutely rubbish. So which one's going to score the most?
It is.
Move it across a little bit.
It's a big disappointment.
Rotherham now the throw in their own area.
A Stevenage player to look around, and there's more red and white seats.
We've got 6 minutes added time here. Of course, we've had one injury on either side.
I guess
that's
you learn what happens if you're not in a good position
Wickham Stockport would have been interesting Yeah,
second half, Rotherham
yeah, we've got Wycombe Stockport there at the bottom. And normally that would have been, wow, you know. I actually, well, you thought, didn't you, Roy, that Stockport could, you know, start to attack for that second position. And they did look like they might do, and they stay. I thought they were going to drop off. You thought they were going to stay there, and get better, and they were sort of in the middle. They just managed to hover in that same position. Anything else in there? Well, you got Lincoln Wrexham, and Lincoln were in the top 6 for so bloody long, and then they just died off. So Lincoln Wrexham would have also been an interesting one. Charlton, had they won Wrexham, they had Charlton Burton next, and you can see it wouldn't have been out of the question for Charlton to finish second had they won. As James goes down to the side, pulls it back, Mpanzu has a shot.
A tapping opportunity, but he was at full stretch. There was Mpanzu, I believe, at the far post, and he scooped it over the crossbar. On normal circumstance, it's a tap-in, but Mpanzu is one leg away from this ball. He's having to stretch very late. The goalkeeper
nearly there. Mpanzu nearly gets a goal for Rotherham, but it's still Stevenage 0, Rotherham 1. Obviously, we did have the ball in the net, Rotherham United, for a second time, but it was deemed offside.
The goal for Rotherham. But it was a lovely ball again down the left-hand side.
But Wilt's goal was really good, even if it was offside. And he was watching the line. He was like, "Can I go? Can I go?"
Rotherham lost the opportunity for how long that James was taking to put the ball in. But
so we've got another minute to go. I think we should be going any second now. Another 5 or 6 seconds to go.
He needs to be stronger, but it's not on a plate from Mpanzu. Like you said, he's stretching, just trying to toe poke it towards goal.
Who do you think? Orient or Reading for the playoffs?
Frustration that for the Millers. They're on the attack.
I certainly don't think Wycombe.
Looking for a simple ball to Butler. The referee decides that is the action. Can come to an end for the first half. Very
that's it. That's half time. I think it's going to be very difficult, that one. Let's have a look at the table. Stockport. I mean, if it stays the same, I think Orient will have too much. I think Orient will. Both of those. Let's have a look. Plus 60. It's plus 16 for Leyton Orient. Plus 12 for Reading. Both of those teams are going to win next week, aren't they? One against Huddersfield, one against Barnsley. For heaven's sake.
Half time.
I would have thought.
Rotherham won. The Millers taking the lead.
I would have thought that it would be both teams winning, but Reading would have to overturn 4 goals difference, and I just can't see it. If they're both going to win, it's going to be Leyton Orient. And if it finishes, it's quite likely to finish. I mean, I don't know, Wycombe or Stockport County, who's got the most? The goal difference is only one different, 27 and 28. If we get something like if it stays like it is, then Stockport County versus Leyton Orient, or Reading, I would say, is going to be Stockport. Wycombe versus Charlton. I was quite disappointed in Charlton yesterday. I thought that they might do better than that. In the end, they didn't. I just think that's going to be. I think Charlton will just do it because Wycombe have been pretty poor of late. At the top of the league now, 4th. You know, they really have been a bit jaded, and they've had a couple of injuries apparently as well. One had one had stitches across his ankle apparently, so it's quite nasty. So I think Wycombe versus Charlton. I would think Charlton, and then a Charlton Stockport final. And if Wycombe and Stockport change over, it'll be Charlton Wycombe final. To be honest, I think I think Charlton from yesterday, you know, I wouldn't put it past Stockport. Whoever finishes third may actually get through to the Championship. So hopefully, I'll leave you with this. It keeps turning. The live stream keeps turning off, but hopefully, we'll come back in. I'm gonna have a coffee. Go and get a drink, and I'll see you. Get my throat back. I'm gonna get a coffee. I'll see you back in about 5 minutes. So let's put Be Right back up, shall we? And we'll see you again in a bit. Don't you dare go away. Or I'll be talking to myself all afternoon.
Not being much else since then. Stevenage had one opportunity when there was a shot sort of flicked with the outside of the right toe towards goal from Jamie Reid, but not enough on it. As for Rotherham, they should really be 2-0 up right on the stroke of half-time when Panzo scooped over from 6 yards out when he was on the stretch at the break. Then it's Stevenage 0, Rotherham 1. Half-time when it's Stevenage 0, Rotherham 1. The Millers taking the lead in the 8th minute. Non-base sliding in at the far post after a lovely free kick into the box from Powell. Not being much else since then. Stevenage had one opportunity when there was a shot sort of flicked with the outside of the right toe towards goal from Jamie Reid, but not enough on it. As for Rotherham, they should really be 2-0 up right on the stroke of half-time when Panzo scooped over from 6 yards out when he was on the stretch at the break. Then it's Stevenage 0, Rotherham 1. Half-time when it's Stevenage 0, Rotherham 1. The Millers taking the lead in the 8th minute. Non-base sliding in at the far post after a lovely free kick into the box from Powell. Not being much else since then. Stevenage had one opportunity when there was a shot sort of flicked with the outside of the right toe towards goal from Jamie Reid, but not enough on it. As for Rotherham, they should really be 2-0 up right on the stroke of half-time when Panzo scooped over from 6 yards out when he was on the stretch at the break. Then it's Stevenage 0, Rotherham 1. Half-time when it's Stevenage 0, Rotherham 1. The Millers taking the lead in the 8th minute. Non-base sliding in at the far post after a lovely free kick into the box from Powell. Not being much else since then. Stevenage had one opportunity when there was a shot sort of flicked with the outside of the right toe towards goal from Jamie Reid, but not enough on it. As for Rotherham, they should really be 2-0 up right on the stroke of half-time when Panzo scooped over from 6 yards out when he was on the stretch at the break. Then it's Stevenage 0, Rotherham 1. Half-time when it's Stevenage 0, Rotherham 1. The Millers taking the lead in the 8th minute. Non-base sliding in at the far post after a lovely free kick into the box from Powell. Not being much else since then. Stevenage had one opportunity when there was a shot sort of flicked with the outside of the right toe towards goal from Jamie Reid. But
you're okay, really. You can go if you want.
Right on the stroke of half-time when
I said to myself, Russ, if nobody turns up, because the other person watching this is me. If nobody turns, oh sorry, we'll just carry on. Can't be bothered. So I had about 9 people yesterday at 12 o'clock, and then all of a sudden everybody disappeared, and I thought, you know something, I can't be arsed with this. If everybody's going to disappear. So I spent about 20 minutes talking to myself and thought, oh sod this, I'm off.
Half-time when it's Stevenage 0, Rotherham 1. The Millers taking the lead in the 8th minute. Non-base sliding in at the far post.
There's just bits of Rotherham's game that I would say just looks like we could do something next year if we could perhaps keep one or two of them. The trouble is that they've only got 1 year contract so left at the end of this, and it's like, what do you do with a team that's full of 1 year contracts? Because they always want to for yesterday. I started work at 5 in the morning. Yeah, it's very difficult when you've got so many 1 year contracts. You want to, because our owners only got the entire wealth of Tony Stewart is only about 22 million. So if he gets the chance to sell a player at a bit of a profit, he's gonna. All these players that we got were on free transfers, all of them. So you can imagine, free transfer, yes please. They've got 1 year contracts now. That if he can sell them, that's pure profit. That's all he thinks about. He's just going to think that's profit for me. So an owner like Tony will always try and make money out of it if he can, or not lose as much. The other thing I don't like about Rotherham is that Tony Stewart, the owner, owns the football ground, which was a bit iffy because he actually raised money from local business and local football supporters to build it. Yet he owns it from money that was gifted by business and people. Yeah, we only have 5 in contract. Yeah, I think we have. Yeah, we have something like 6 or. I think somebody said we have about 6 on contract, 6 or 7 still for more than 1 year. Everybody else is on 12 months. Yeah, or contract. Yeah. They were looking at the one because 1 or 2 of those that are actually like Humphreys Grant is quite likely to be. I think he's earmarked to go some. I think Huddersfield were after him actually, but yeah, he's most likely disappearing. I think we're hoping the change of manager gives us the chance to keep certain ones like Mpanzu. How the hell did we get Mpanzu? But we might actually be able to keep him now because he's actually been given a chance and he's actually been starting to play really well under the new manager. Perhaps he'll consider staying. Whereas for Evans, losing every game, there was no chance of keeping a class of him. Let's go. Well, I'm just going to. It's still Man United. It's half time at Bournemouth. Man United are losing 1-0 away at Bournemouth. Stats are 58 minutes, 58% possession for Man United. It's 5 shots for Bournemouth, 1 on target, 1 in the net. It's 7 shots now for Man United, 2 on target, none in the net. So again, they seem to be getting the chances, Man U, but just not putting them in the net. Scooped over from 6 yards out when he was on the stretch at the break. Then it's Stevenage 0, Rotherham 1. Half time when it's we was looking. I did go through the women's, the Super League. Everton women 2, Brighton women 2. Just started at Leicester. Leicester women 0, Manchester City women 0. On it. As for Rotherham, they should really be 2-0 up. Right on the stroke of half time when Mpanzu scooped over from 6 yards out. We did the Inter Roma, didn't we? Inter Milan 0, Roma 1 at half time. There we are. So we should be starting in about 3 or 4 minutes time. Flick for the outside of the right toe towards goal from Jamie Reed. It's been a little bit. I can't understand how why Stevenage are going in so hard, and they're really tackling extremely hard. I mean, Rotherham aren't doing bad themselves, and in a way, I can't see why either of them are doing it because there are only 2 games left. They're on the beach. Why injure people with just 1 game to go? While I think Stags have the awards ceremony on the 4th of May, at the one called "Would you like a complimentary seat?" Wife and I obviously are going. It's formal wear, sadly. Oh, I don't know for. Yeah, 4th of May. That's bloody close, isn't it? For the outside of the right toe towards goal from Jamie Reed, but not enough on it. As for Rotherham, they should really be 2-0 up. Right on the stroke of half time when Mpanzu scooped over from 6 yards out when he was on the stretch. I don't know what 4th of May is. What's the 4th of May? I've got to look at the calendar for that. No. Oh, I work on Sunday, and then on Monday mornings I won't be. Oh yeah, I won't be able to go. I work on Sunday. Yeah, that's a Sunday. I might have got away with it on a Saturday. That's right in the middle of my working week. That's annoying. Yeah, that would have been a good trip up, and then I could have gone to see a few of the friends up in Rotherham.
Nottingham on it. As for Rotherham, they should really be 2-0 up. Right on the stroke of half-time when Panzo scooped over from 6 yards out when he was on the stretch.
I take it. Well, yeah, it would have been at night, in the evening, wouldn't it? Yeah. So yeah, I can't get. I get up at 4 o'clock in the morning for work at 5.
After a lovely free kick into the box from Powell. Not been much else since then. Stevenage had one opportunity when
and the week after.
Flick for the outside of the right
the week after the week after is my daughter's wedding. In Birmingham, in Wolverhampton, and then a couple of weeks later I'm off to San Diego and Chicago. So we're off abroad doing ghost hunting. So my other channel, which is Mystic John Paranormal. I don't think I've got my no. I've not got my shirt. Mystic John Paranormal is my other channel. We're going to America to do some ghost hunting.
After a lovely free kick into the box from Powell. Not being much else since then. Stevenage had one opportunity when there was a shot sort of flick for the outside of the right toe towards goal.
No, I hate oh god. I work Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday at 5 o'clock in the morning. Getting up on a Sunday at 4 o'clock to go to work for 5. Oh god, 5 o'clock work on a Sunday morning. It's like, jeez, who does such stupid things?
When there was a shot sort of flick for the outside of the right toe towards goal from Jamie Reid, but Nottingham on it. As for Rotherham, they should really be 2-0 up. Right on the Panzo scooped over from 6 yards out.
Yes, I have actually got. Have I got a shirt? I might have a shirt here.
Half time when it's Stevenage 0, Rotherham 1. The Miller's taking the lead in the 8th minute. Not sliding. Well, it's a very warm welcome back to our
That's a different one. Yes, I do. I do Mystic John Paranormal.
Stevenage 0, Rotherham United 1 at the break. It's an 8th minute strike from Nombe, who then later went off injured in that first half. Is the difference? 3 changes made for Stevenage.
Yes, I do Mystic John Paranormal. A bit of tarot and a bit of mystic and mediumship online. So I do have 2 lives, two live streams. I do. I mean, I did one on Wednesday for the Mystic John one. 5 and a bit, for about 5 1/4 hours I was online. 5 1/4 hours doing a live stream. I was like, bloody hell, disappear for God's sake. Powell and Clark Harris there, but Clark Harris leaves it to Powell. Oh, King! Roberts! It looks like Stevenage are going to score! Young! Stevenage!
Rotherham is at Stevenage.
Hit the bar!
Right hand side, and there's going to be an early free kick right on the edge of the penalty area. Holding the hands
that looked like it could have been a penalty. It's really on the line. It gets taken out by the Rotherham defender, but right on the line. This, in fact, the 10 yard is going to be right by the goal post.
Onofin and Humphreys, Kelly and Panzu, Powell, James, Sibley, Clark Harris and Wilkes. But
this is going to be one hell of a free kick for Stevenage.
Trying to mix things up a little bit. Pere, Young and Robertson.
Oh,
Edwards, Reed,
yes.
and
Yeah, we'll go to it. We'll go to it. Shit.
Dreadful delivery. Once
Yes,
again,
we're gonna go back, guy. We're gonna go back to.
From a Stevenage perspective, Rotherham's are in pretty decent.
We're gonna go to. If we go to today's games,
a long ball downfield here though. It's one bouncing into the yard.
we're gonna go into Mansfield away at Birmingham. We should have the lineups. We've got Birmingham with Allsop in goal. A back 4 of Laird, Clara, Davis and Cochrane. Midfield staggered of Dole, Iwata, Williamson, Sung Ho and Anderson, and Stansfield up front, so they're not slowing down, are they? Mansfield have a 5-4-1 against their 4-2-3-1, so 5-4-1, okay. Oh wow, that's a... Wow! Ooh, what sort of layout's this one? A back five of Bowery, Williams, Oshilaya, Flint and McDonald, and then a midfield four of Craig, Bacchus, Boateng and Vickers, and Jordan Rhodes up front. Wow, that's different. That is different.
Yeah, it was...
So it's still Bournemouth 1, Man United 0, 7 minutes 36, and Pym has it now for Mansfield. Walking it across the back line, kicks it into the Birmingham half, but Williamson manages to get tackled by Craig, goes out for a Birmingham throw-in. Birmingham throw it in, but only as far as Craig. Actually, Birmingham kick it out, and it's going to be it's Craig that kicks out. It's for a Birmingham throw-in. But it's Mansfield that manages to get that, take it into the final third, but immediately get it taken off them by the back line there. Craig's doing so well. Nicks it, intercepts it, gives it to Bacchus on the right hand side. 8 minutes, and
strangely they could actually win this season with the Europa League trophy.
I lose it. I've lost connection, and it's Bacchus. We're right. Bacchus was going into the Birmingham final third. He's actually just got it back again. Yeah, back into midfield. Back to Bacchus. Bacchus is trying to get. Mansfield are doing really well. They're trying to find a way through that back third, but no, the Birmingham defence kick it straight into the Mansfield half. Yeah, he's doing really well, Craig. Every time he's been close to a ball being passed past him, he manages to intercept it. He's doing really well. Pym in the back. Kicks it forward, well is it in, tries to get Bowery. On the second ball, Bowery actually manages to get it. And Birmingham aren't going to stand for that. Kick it straight out for a Mansfield throw-in. Bowery gives it to Williamson. Williamson back to Craig. Oh, loses it, but Williamson gets it back. Iwata gets it. A couple of 1-2s back to Iwata for Birmingham. Birmingham to Clara. They're trying to slow it down now, Birmingham. I don't think they like the way that Mansfield have come out on the attack here. Also, Clara, Laird, Williamson. Across, Oshilaya does a good one there. Back to Boateng. Forward. Runs forward across the line, and it's Boateng. Crosses it. Oh, Bowery! Shot on target. It's saved by Birmingham, and Mansfield have a shot on target. And it's a hell of a lot better game over in at Birmingham than it is at for Rotherham, I tell you. 10 minutes now, and we've got a corner for Mansfield. So let's see what we'll wait and see what this corner is for. Roy's side, Mansfield.
Down the line towards the edge of the box, headed up and away, then nodded back. Then tennis between the two sides. King gets his head to it again for Stevenage, tries to find a teammate, but just
comes in. Oshilaya has a shot, and it's off target, and it's going to be a Birmingham goal kick. I tell you what, I think you're watching a better game there, Roy. I think that may be the game to watch. I mean, how far are we in at the minute? We're in 11 minutes, and we've already had 3 shots. 1 for Birmingham, 2 for Mansfield, 1 on shot, 1 on target for Mansfield. Although Birmingham have got 73% possession, so it's looking.
It wasn't a difficult ball, really. That
11 minutes down there. It's Kelly now for Rotherham. Bust or boom, sorry, yeah, it is, isn't it? Going for it. I mean, they might as well. I mean, well, they've got nothing to lose. Neither. I mean, it's a shame, really, because like you'd hope that Stevenage and Rotherham think, well, we might as well just attack. But it's just like, it's like the guy here says, it's just going into midfield and disappearing. Rafferty now goes into midfield. But let's see if he keeps it.
Great master plan to work. If the referee's falling for it, why not keep doing it, whether you agree with it or not?
Yeah, no, very true. It's a clever play from the forward, some would say. And it's a bit easy to go down.
Ooh, long ball into the box for Clark Harris. Shoots it, bounces back off a defender. And he kicks it back in again. It's off target this time. So 2 shots for Clark Harris. One on target that just gets blocked. Second one that goes wide of the mark. Again, as usual.
He has to glance that. He's just got execution wrong. But I think you are right. I think he looks at that and thinks, oh, I could have done better there.
Ooh, Stevenage, long ball. Oh, no, don't say we're going to go long ball. I hate the long ball stuff. Knew they would. Yeah, I'd have preferred Rotherham to have done that. If we lost and tried, then, hey, you know, at least we've shown we can attack. There's Pergini for Stevenage. Tries to play it out slowly from the back line now.
Over goes the opponent, but it is an opportunity now for Stevenage to look as if they're just winding up to launch a long ball into the penalty area.
Yeah.
Harvey White, who's standing over this one. The line of defenders and forwards.
Okay, they've got a free kick now, Stevenage. It's going to be a long kick. It isn't. It's a shortish one to the right-hand side.
A couple of times. Is it going to stay in?
And they kick it forward, but Rotherham's got a back line. It's offside.
Anyway, wow, that's a lot of errors in the space of one kick.
Do you know what though? When you saw is it going to go out, and they played it forward, I thought actually they're in. Like, it was that bad that Rotherham actually thought they were just giving up, and it's almost lurched into actually something a bit special for them. Yeah, massive frustration, but.
I hope you heard that one. It's that bad. Rotherham thought they'd given that Stevenage had given up. They were playing it so many errors. It's just a poor match. This it really is garbage. When the commentator says that Rotherham thought that Stevenage had given up playing football, Clark Harris, let's see what he could do. He runs towards the back third. Can he get into the back third?
Inside the penalty area and just wanted a bit too much time there, did Louis Sibley. He looked as if he got the wrong side. Well, he had got the wrong side of the Stevenage defender, who showed great pace and determination.
So Clark Harris gives it to Sibley, but
challenging, blocks it behind. I think he even got it off Sibley, so it should be a goal kick here. Although I think it's going to be a corner. I think he flicks it off Sibley, but the set piece is given here to Rotherham, so it will be a
corner to Rotherham.
Get Tom's thoughts on that.
Let's wait for the corner to Rotherham, and then we'll nip across to Birmingham.
Starting 11s for the Liverpool Spurs game very shortly as well, but it'll be Powell once again standing over this set piece opportunity for the Millers. Corner from the left hand side. Right arm raised up into the air. Steps up, left-footed out, swinging high towards a far post. He finds a teammate who nods it back, but straight into the goalkeeper's hands. And Stevenage now
goalkeeper gets straight in.
Counter as they bring it up.
It's Crystal Palace women 1, West Ham United women 7. So that's full time.
Into the area, it's with King. King then squares it now, maybe a chance.
Oh, Young crosses it. Oh, Young went straight into the Rotherham box. And
over the bar, and it will be a
header over the bar, and they should have done better there.
Bad there from Steve in terms of counter.
It was very much.
Let's nip away. It's Mansfield away at Birmingham. Birmingham 0, Mansfield 0. Birmingham keeping the ball quite well, but offside there for Birmingham.
57 minutes in, but somebody in Rotherham defence has just gone mental at the referee.
Clough and Davis laughing their heads off.
He was on side, but that was better. You know, it was very simple. You know, all they've done is play it sideways.
You see, this is it. You're saying, you know, would he stay? You know, if he's laughing his head off, you know, let's face it, he's enjoying it, and he's enjoying his time there. You know, the best thing about it is if you're thinking, is he going to stay? You're thinking, why would he not if he's actually enjoying the football like that? As Anderson comes down the left-hand side for Birmingham, crosses it in, but Bowery intercepts that one really well again. Passes it forward to Rhodes, and Rhodes, poor pass to the left flank, and eventually comes to Iwata. Pike, Laird, Dowell crosses it in, and that's out for a Mansfield goal kick.
Anyway, long ball downfield here. Maybe a chance the keeper comes out. Shot from the edge of the area, and well, it's scooped over the bar. Chance for Rotherham there. Half a chance, I'd say, to make it 2-0, but the goal was wide open.
Yeah, I mean, I like it.
Rotherham miss an open net yet again.
You know, it's there, so
I think Rotherham's manager's probably laughing his head off at how many open nets we're missing. Wouldn't be laughing if Bristol had won. No. I mean, that was very, very close, wasn't it? At the end of the season, and Mansfield could have gone down, and it wasn't. With you playing Birmingham, it wasn't impossible, was it? As Birmingham pass it across the back line to the right-hand side, Clara, Laird, Clara, Allsop. Oh, Watchalong nicks it, but he didn't control it very well. Goes out for a Birmingham throw-in. So, at the minute, Mansfield are actually doing quite well. Quick look at the Bournemouth game. Bournemouth won, Man United 0. And at the minute, Bournemouth are coming back into it. 8 shots, 1 on target, 1 in the net. 7 shots to Man United, 2 on target, none in the net. Bournemouth are getting more of the ball, I must admit.
Yeah, I mean, there's an awful lack of quality. What you are right though.
Arizalabaga.
And an output.
Sorry, I can't say that one. Manages to kicks it out from a Man United attack, and it goes out for a corner to Man United.
There has been a certain
on the Man United left.
Stevenage possession in their half.
Let's just see this one.
If you are a Millers fan, you would like to maybe see a bit more of a fight back.
Short.
Rather than trying to absorb this.
Kicked in by Casemiro, but gets crossed. Maguire has a shot on target, and 2 shots in 2 minutes, 2 seconds, and it goes out for a Bournemouth left wing. Did a couple of 1-2s on the left wing, trying to get somewhere, but they're not going to get up there. They're going to pass it back across the middle of field patch up to the right hand side with Clivert. Back to Smith. Semenyo crosses it in, but the Manu defence manages to get that one.
Really, if they're deciding to change it up. So shot comes in for the edge of the area, and it's tipped away by the goalkeeper. Is it going to be kept in? No, it'll go behind for a corner kick.
Oh, Young has a shot there, tipped over, and it's for Stevenage corner.
Second touch goal. That's what he's thinking. He digs it out as well. It's a low.
How did Brum not score from the corner? Oh dear Lord! Oh, something's happening at. I'm going to put that one back on. In fact, let's. There's only you and me. I'm going to go back to that one. We've actually put on the Birmingham game.
Right there in the crowds.
It sounds a lot better, doesn't it? The Birmingham game sounds a lot more end to end. I'm enjoying the. I'm enjoying this that lone play you've got from Tottenham, Craig. Craig is absolutely. I wonder if you can keep. Do you reckon you've got any chance at all of keeping Craig? Freestone, Butler for Stevenage. Sibley nicks that one, intercepts it, tries pushing it forward. Good there, nicks it, passes it back into the Rotherham area, but Kelly intercepts that one. James crosses it across. Stevenage kicking out for a Rotherham throw in, but they throw it in straight to a Stevenage player, for God's sake. The midfield here is absolutely awful. Humphreys Grant now.
Chip over the top there, looking for Stansfield, who's got away from his marker. Stansfield goes square, not a great ball. Williamson still in there, left footed strike blocked, can't feed its way through to Stansfield, and it's cleared away.
Good defending.
Measure then.
Oh, Wilkes loses it, gives it back to Kelly. Kelly in midfield. We usually lose it when we're in midfield. Humphreys Grant gives it to King. Yes, exactly. Phillips there on the right side for Stevenage, tries pushing it forward down the right side. Rotherham have a throw in, give it long back to Stevenage for some god unknown reason, and Stevenage now can build from midfield. Oh, this is boring as shit.
For Mansfield over the
I'm going back to Birmingham. They're going back to Birmingham. What a Dowell! Oh, McDonald nicks it. They try passing it to the Birmingham right wing. And he does really well to push it out, but Birmingham take the throw in really quickly.
To go forward again,
across to Iwata.
Somehow his cross comes in, blocked up.
Cochrane.
Flynn,
Pike,
the fifth corner now
Cochrane.
For Birmingham as they look to increase the tempo. Mansfield have had a 10-minute spell where they really should be in front.
Bowery now has it for Mansfield. Back to Pim.
Water to the right hand side.
Hello there.
Dowell. Laird taking on Williams. Laird back to
Iwata pushing it in. Dowell. Stansfield. Oh!
Cannon for black shirt.
Back to Dowell. Yes, a goal for Birmingham. Birmingham has scored. It's Birmingham 1, Mansfield 0. And Stansfield just made himself an absolute pain. And Dowell combined with him. We'll listen to it in a minute.
Now back to Davis, who moves forward in front of Rhodes, moves it through the middle there for Anderson, trying to get it back to Seung Ho, but it's cleared away by Pim. All the way forward for Davis, who brings the ball down really well. Little touch inside for Iwata.
They're a bit far behind.
Play down the right. Needs that ball instead. Here's Iwata trying to get through the middle. Anderson. Williamson back to Anderson again. Right foot strike into the corner. Brilliant goal. Lovely move by
They're about a minute behind on the sound, aren't they? That was about a minute behind I saw the goal.
Straight through the middle of Mansfield's defence. Coupled with the fine strike from Anderson into the corner. Gives Blues the lead.
It's Birmingham 1, Mansfield 0.
City 1, Mansfield Town 0. Oh, brilliant strike.
Stevenage 0, Rotherham 0,
brilliant strike.
Rotherham are really on the racks. They keep giving it away in midfield, but there again, Stevenage keep giving it away all over the pitch. This is a game not to watch, Roy. The Stevenage Rotherham game.
Scarves are out waving.
Absolutely awful.
Stansfield was involved with.
Yeah, Stansfield there having a really good
Anderson to Williamson, and then
it's
Anderson
Dowell and
right
Stansfield that just play around with the defence. It's like, what do we do with them?
And Anderson it was with the strike into the corner.
Anderson's pace, and I noticed this at the beginning of the season. I actually watched the first game I watched was a Birmingham game, and Anderson was so bloody quick. Absolutely amazing pace. Freestone for Stevenage down the left-hand side. Butler, Freestone, couple of 1-2s, try into the left corner, but Gore, we've got some.
Get the ball into the middle.
We've actually took Sibley off and put Gore on, so yeah, we have actually made a substitution.
Goal kick.
Be 3 substitutions for Stevenage, so yeah, there's been a fair bit happening here. Doffy now for Rotherham in the back on the back line.
Just looking at a replay now of that goal. Silky move and a fine finish from Anderson. To the corner.
Ooh, Bournemouth have got a red card. It's 10-man Bournemouth 1, Man United 0.
Back there with.
And Stevenage have scored. It's been disallowed. It's been disallowed. It's still Stevenage 0, Rotherham 1. Disallowed. And it's Stevenage back on the attack again. Two very poor sides here. And Stevenage coming down with Butler on the right. Trying to cross it past that that back line of Rotherham's. Nearly.
Driving forward. Cutting inside. Trying to find Iwata.
Let's see who's
well and feeds it to Laird.
VAR.
Edge of the penalty area. Short little pass for Williamson.
So they're reviewing
Iwata.
the red card.
Again, Birmingham have got this patient build-up.
I think it's still a red card.
Knock over the top. Williamson's knocked down. Trying to find Stansfield.
Yes.
Strike just inches wide of the left-hand post.
Stansfield again.
But again, another build-up there.
Bournemouth have it. Yeah, it's still kept up as a red card.
Strike.
It's Evanilson. So Evanilson's been sent off for Bournemouth on 70 minutes.
A good effort as
It's
well.
Birmingham 1, Mansfield 0, with Birmingham Mansfield now having it with Pimp.
Possession
So
then over the
Birmingham
far
are
side.
really starting to turn up
Mansfield,
the.
they've got a free kick. Boateng and Williams exchanges passes before Boateng knocks it back to Pim, who drives a long ball forward, but that gives the ball straight back to Mansfield. Stilarja has it now.
Oh, Birmingham try a long ball themselves. It gets kicked back into the Birmingham
Should
half.
have taken the lead, Mansfield. They're a goal down. Stilarja with the header, which went wide.
Well, it went to VAR, didn't it, Roy? I've not seen it.
I've
not seen it. I must admit. I saw it on the betting app, so I just see the fact that it was. It went to VAR to check whether it was a red card, and they've upheld it. So yeah, that's another one for VAR, isn't it? Do you want VAR in League One and the Championship? Is the question.
Knock over the top from Pike Sung-ho, looking for Anderson, the scorer of the opening goal. Cochrane's ball inside finds Iwata. And Birmingham are now starting to play with a bit of a purr and a buzz. Grab a second pretty quickly. Here's Iwata.
Oh, Pim! What was he doing? And Bacchus now rescues it.
Knock over the top, looking
Bacchus
for
got them out, but he gives it to Stansfield, and
header down. It'll go out of play for another corner. This to Birmingham. Sixth corner of this first half. Compared to Mansfield's 1.
Dowell, 6 corners to Birmingham's 1. Oh dear God!
Fans in the family stand.
It's Birmingham on the right-hand side.
Punched away.
Down, back to Clara, across to Davis.
Ball back there to the right-hand side, driving forward his Bacchus.
Davis now.
1-2's
in midfield. Yeah, Championship, so they
back there helping out, trying to bring the ball forward.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, that would be. Yeah.
Free kick for.
The thing is, Rotherham have. When Rotherham did hosted the Women's European Cup, they got he kept the goal line technology. So Rotherham's got goal line technology, but because League One doesn't have it, we don't use it, and we've got this goal line technology set up at Rotherham. And we should be able to use it if we've got it, because it's down to his watch, isn't it? A big beep on his watch, it's gone over the line. And we've had one occasion recently where the ball, did it go across the line or not? If you'd have been using the technology, it would have told you, you know.
Bristol City man, there's two balls on the pitch.
Iwata and Laird and into the box, but Mansfield managed to get that one, and it's kicked out, but only as far as Birmingham
Anderson with the throw,
back to it.
finds
Anderson.
Iwata.
Anderson turns around, goes into the corner, comes back out, gives it to Cochrane. Cochrane back to Iwata. Iwata now. Back to Davis. They're playing it back.
All the way back up to
all the way back
Allsop.
to Allsop.
For Davis. Cochrane inside.
Back down the right hand side now for Birmingham. Back
the
to
right
Dole.
side is behind Laird. He had to go and fetch it.
Clara
He put his hands on his head, did Iwata, knowing what he'd done, but cutting inside
pushes
his leg.
it through, but Bacchus again gets
headed away.
You know, that Bacchus is really good. I'm really impressed by Bacchus. You need to keep Bacchus.
Straight away. One of those Bowery, one of those
and Rhodes is actually doing quite well as well. Jordan Rhodes is doing well as well.
Anderson tries to head it, but Cochrane knocks it back.
As it stands, Stags have had third most shots at goal in League One. Ouch! Where'd you get that one from?
Also,
Bowery now.
Side pass again.
Oh, Davis nicks it from
back across and now back with Davis. So Birmingham just knocking it from the back. Plenty of possession. Their stats so far as the ball's not back to.
Go back out. It's still 10-man Bournemouth 1.
Tottenham
Man United 0.
Mansfield.
It's still Birmingham 1, Mansfield 0. We've changed to the Mansfield game because it's more interesting than this game, which we're going to now, which is the Stevenage 0, Rotherham
diagonal pass
1.
to the right, then little flick on from Bowery trying to find Bacchus, but
Rotherham. Powell loses it, gets it back again on the right hand side for Rotherham. But he's in the middle of a load of players. Dan Gore now loses it for Rotherham to King for Stevenage.
In the middle.
Can he? Bacchus is one who is still under contract. Rhodes from Blackpool. Oh, right, okay. Bacchus, Craig. You've got so many good players at the minute. They're playing out of the skin. You've got Craig, Bacchus, Rhodes.
You know, it was offside. Yes, it was.
I don't know about Blackpool. That confuses me because you wouldn't usually give good players out on loan to a
no rush to take it whatsoever, despite being a goal down
from Blackpool to another League One club.
Clearance over the halfway line.
Not really. They're good in defence at home, Blackpool, but they're not really great in attack. As Gore nicks it in the third.
Between two.
Gets it stolen from him. Dan Gore nearly threw on the Birmingham goal, on the Stevenage goal, sorry. And Powell nicks it,
from the other side.
And Panzu grabs it back. Keep losing the ball, Rotherham. Clark Harris runs into the box, crosses it back. King gets it out, but only as far as Williams. And dreadful. Dreadful.
They've got to watch Watchalong here. Birmingham.
Go back to Birmingham. Iwata. Pike.
Missed him last time, but thankfully he missed the post and he comes out. Headed away by Davis.
Oh, Laird has a shot and it's off target. Bounced off a defender, I think, actually.
Free kick for Birmingham.
35 minutes.
And that come to nothing. And Birmingham play it from the back. It's Cochrane. Go back to Allsop. And Allsop will knock it long. Diagonally looking for Laird.
Mansfield goal. Mansfield goal kick just less than a minute after having a Mansfield corner. God knows how that one works.
Forward, moves that ball to the left hand side for Cochrane. His left foot across is behind.
They just seem Birmingham just seem to be able to just. They've gone from the corner all the way to the other side of the pitch within
10 minutes of this
seconds.
First period. Mansfield had a spell of 10 minutes when they were on top. Caused a few issues. Should have broken the deadlock.
Clara,
Birmingham capitalised when they got a second chance to
Cochrane
have a good spell.
Back to Davis.
And it was Anderson that
Dowell
put the ball in the back of the net from a lovely move
Davis.
involving Iwata and Williamson.
They're just playing at the minute. Birmingham at the minute they're just playing around. Iwata. Oh, cross it in. Boateng kicks it out. Only as far as Dowell for Birmingham. Tries to get Stansfield in the right hand corner.
To the halfway line.
Mansfield did
Davis.
get there first, but Stansfield managed to get back to it, and it's another corner. 9th corner now for Birmingham City.
Again.
Now Birmingham got a corner
round the back now,
on
Clara.
the Birmingham right.
Tall Austrian defender back in the starting 11 today. Davis. Iwata, the man who's 6 changes for Chris Davis.
You tell he's about a minute behind.
Played forward again, looking for Stansfield, but there's Boateng to go with him. Stansfield wins it back on the
Comes
right.
in. Clara has a shot, but it's off target.
But it cannons off a black shirt. So
and it's a goal kick to Mansfield. Pim to Oshilaya. Playing it along the back. I don't know if I'd do that. Ooh! Dowell gets it and he tries kicking it backwards.
A few words there.
But nobody's there to get it, and it's a Mansfield throw in. I don't know why he played it across the goalkeeper. Mansfield goalkeeper played it across his own line.
So
there
Dowell to take this corner kick left-footed.
Boateng, Williamson
near post looking for Clara.
Gets it, passes it back to Iwata. Allsop.
So
38
really
minutes
done much
now.
with their set pieces, Birmingham, in this game.
There are 38 minutes now.
Still Bournemouth 1, Manchester United 0, although Bournemouth down to 10 men. Stevenage 0, Rotherham 1 is the latest score there. Steve's been sent off for Bournemouth.
Birmingham just passing it around in the defence as if it's second to nothing. Like, there's there's nobody else there. The difference of these two teams is player speed.
Evan Nielsen.
I think we were technically as good. Yeah, I mean that corner then that Mansfield had, and then like literally less than 30 seconds later, they're having a shot on the Mansfield goal, and he's like, "What the bloody hell did you get that one down there for?" That quick. They're just lightning speed. Davis. Oh, another goal! It's Birmingham 2, Mansfield 0.
Tangle there with Boateng.
It's gone in again, all the way from Davis in his own area, near his own area.
Sprints off. Thumbs up to the manager. No doubt be pondering his changes for the second half. 6 minutes to go before the break. Blues lead Mansfield by a goal to 0.
No, they don't. They leave you by 2 goals to 0. You've got it wrong, mate.
Deep inside his own half. Feeds the ball to Davis, who knocks it long.
Here we go. Long ball from Davis.
Anderson, who's okay now. He's driving forward down that left-hand channel.
Speed of Anderson.
Moves that ball back to Cochrane. Cross to the back post. And he goes back across. Here's Stansfield. There's Williamson to side foot home. The cross came in deep. It was a header at the back post, saved by Pim. He pushed it to Stansfield. And there it fell to Williamson, who slotted home to make it Birmingham 2, Mansfield 0. And as easy as you like there.
Pace again.
Blues are 2 goals to the good.
So that's that one. That's Stevenage Rotherham then. There's Roberts now for Stevenage. Ooh, straight to Young. Young has a shot off. There comes off. And Stevenage having going
to be 2 goals, at least 2 goals
good
down
little
by the
period
break.
at the minute. 81 minutes for this game.
Again, here's Cochrane's little chip to the back post. A nod back by Laird, saved by Pim. Hit Stansfield, fell kindly for Williamson. And there's Williamson to stab home. I think he hit the post actually, rather than saved by Pim.
Dylan Phillips for Rotherham United. Kicks it out to
no, it was a save by Pim,
Grant,
wasn't it? That was Williamson to
what
tap
the
home.
hell was that? A kick straight to Phillips for Stevenage.
Just pushed it back
Just
into danger, though. That was the problem.
Matt Wilkes now intercepts it on the right side for Rotherham.
Barry can't keep the ball under control.
Now Malik Wilkes can actually do some good. He can play really well when he wants to. It's still again. Everton women 2, Brighton women 2, Leicester women 0, Manchester City women 0.
Challenged by Stansfield on back, so it'll be a throw for Mansfield.
Bournemouth 0, 10-man Bournemouth 0, Man United. 10-man Bournemouth 1, Man United 0. 85 minutes there. They've just got 5 minutes to try and hang on
Clough just
to
in the
beat Man
technical
United.
dugouts. His players to
Where does that put Man United?
just calm down, try and keep a bit of shape.
So Bournemouth are 8th on 52 points. Blimey, another shot from Stevenage off target. Man United are 15th on 38 points. Won 10, drawn 8 and lost 16. They've just won 10 games this season, Man United.
Not down looking for Stansfield, trying to get in front of his man, he does, but he's just fouled Craig. So it'll be a free kick for Mansfield. Craig still down holding
Which
his
is as
knee.
many wins as Ipswich, Leicester and Southampton put together. Southampton
Landed
bottom,
awkwardly on his knee there.
34 games,
That tangle with Stansfield.
11 points. Pretty
still down at the
dreadful
moment.
there. Let's see what substitution again for Rotherham.
Whacked his knee on the ground, I think that's affecting it
So,
so far. As everybody takes his time to take on some
We've had Dan
fluids
Gore
this
come
warm
on, we've
afternoon.
had Sean
The
McWilliams
West
come on,
Midlands.
and Clark Harris came on in the first half when Nombe was injured. We've actually taken off Lewis Sibley and Kelly. Sibley's strange.
Crowd, sold out crowd. St Andrews
Probably
at
because
Knighthead
he's on
Park.
loan. Do we,
Sponsorship name now.
have we got anybody that we can play if we don't get anybody to replace him? I suppose. But Dan Gore, who's come on, he's also on loan. So
his team together, just
no.
they want more, don't they, from his side?
Three
Remain unbeaten.
Three
at home.
substitutes for Rotherham, 4 substitutes played
Unless Mansfield
for
can stage some sort of a miraculous comeback.
Stevenage.
Going to be 23, with the whole 23 home games unbeaten. Davies makes his way back to his seat.
I think it was 11. I think it was 11 because
Speaks to Craig.
Southampton were 1
Matthew
point
Craig
away,
can continue
and they only
here.
needed to get 1 point to.
Feeling something in his knee, as if
Let's have a
something's
look.
jarred. I don't think he's going to be able to continue, Matthew Craig, as he makes his way down
Let's have a look.
to the. Yeah, he's
You'll
coming
probably
off.
find it before me.
He's going to be replaced there by Louis Reed. So the Tottenham loanee goes off. And Louis Reed, the former Peterborough and Sheffield United man, makes his way onto the field of play.
11. It was 11. So at the minute,
Replacing Matthew
Southampton
Craig,
are
long ball
equal
forward,
lowest with Derby.
Away there by Williamson.
Yeah, 11
defensively,
points,
trying to
so,
help
yeah.
out.
So that's going to. Oh dear. Now, an interesting
Into
point
the
because
corner.
we're told that Fark is about
Yeah,
to
there
get
is,
his
Boateng.
marching
He's come
orders
off a blue
because,
shirt last season, so
of course, Fark has been
corner
up
kick
to
to
the
Mansfield,
Premiership
their third.
a couple of times,
Marcus
hasn't he?
looks like he's gonna take it.
And he's never actually succeeded. Craig's injured.
Straight
Oh
towards the
no!
corner. Coming up to 45 gone. Birmingham lead Mansfield by 2 goals to 0.
So they reckon Fark is going to get his marching orders,
Can Mansfield get something
and they're
back
going to
before
get
half-time?
in
Back to his
a
corner kick
Premier
to the
League
back post, back across goal, straight
a
into the
Premier
hands
League manager.
of Ryan
Because
Alsop. I
Fark
think it
really
was
doesn't have the
Jordan Rhodes. Very
credentials
difficult see
to
with
be
the
able to
shade
carry
across
it
the
off.
ground. It was Jordan Rhodes with the header
I can
there
see
as
why.
Louis Reed
I
knocked
know.
the
I
ball
was
back
listening
towards
to
the
this
pin.
on
Pressure there
Talk
from
Sport the
Anderson.
other morning, and he was saying,
Back
look,
to Reed.
both
Backers
Burnley's
trying to find
manager
Williams, but Backus'
and
ball forward goes
Leeds
into touch,
manager
so Birmingham get
have
a
both
throw
had
with 3
time
minutes
in the Premier League.
additional time at the end of the
One
first
season
period.
and straight back down.
Already had,
They never seem to. I
10
mean, one of them's had
seconds or so of that.
four promotions,
The ball back
and
from Davis
never
to
actually managed to.
Alsop.
I'll listen to this then. Listen to the replay.
Here is Cochrane. And inside, then back now to Williamson.
To the minute, it's
To the right, driving forward then is Clara.
Mansfield at the minute. Oh, lose it to Iwata. Pass it back to Allsop.
Cochrane
3
again,
minutes.
he can come
3 minutes
forward.
extra time.
Little short pass finds Park Sung-ho. Just a turn, go backwards to
Allsop.
Davis.
Dowell.
Inside for Williamson, who's
Back to Davis.
occupying on the left-hand side at the moment.
Cochrane.
Now switches across. It's Anderson.
Still
Williamson.
1-0 to Bournemouth.
Side pass now for Stansfield. Short pass at
89
Dowell.
minutes there, so
Stansfield's
that's
taken
looking
out but
good.
told to get up.
Told to get up.
About that, but there is Davis. That's the ball back there to Allsop. 2 minutes of the 3 has gone so far. I thought that was a foul by Oshilaja, but referee deemed not. Here's Cochrane.
Is the referee favouriting Birmingham City?
Over that far side for Stansfield, yeah, it's way behind.
It is. It's a lot more
Absolutely
enjoyable,
no
this
chance.
game, Roy, than the Rotherham
Getting
one.
on to
The
the end of
Rotherham one
that.
is pants. Yeah, and both teams are. Both of these teams look like they want to play for something. Oh, Vickers! Oh, nicked that ball really well, but loses it to Laird. He
Last
nicked
15
it, and he
seconds of
could
this
have just
first period.
done something. It's
Birmingham
half
lead
time
by
there.
2 goals to nil.
Birmingham 2, Mansfield 0, half
have a
time.
free
And yeah,
kick on the
I have
halfway
to
line.
agree with Roy. It
They
is
try and launch it.
definitely the better of the two games.
Crumbs of comfort for
Absolutely.
the
Let's see
back
how
end of
many
this
minutes we've got
first half.
at Bournemouth.
One ball driven forward.
9 minutes
Williams
extra
cleared away. It's
time.
not a great clearance either.
So we've
Towards
played
the
2
halfway
minutes
line,
of
Barry's
9
had to
minutes for
volley that ball
Bournemouth, and Man United
Over
of
top,
corner
brought down from
comes back to
Iwata.
Ugarte.
and here come Mansfield then.
And Garnacho has a
Left
shot
hand
off target, and it
side,
comes
it's,
back from a
Caleb
defender.
Vickers.
Fernandez, another shot at target,
Well, Birmingham
and
win
that
it back.
one's bounced back.
Play back there
And
too.
Man United
Allsop.
on 92 minutes
Instead,
are
the referee says that's
really
enough for the
pushing
first
now.
half.
It's the
Thank
ninth
you very
corner
much.
for Man United.
Birmingham with 2
Cross
goals.
it in, and
Keshi Anderson on
Birmingham
24
goalkeeper
minutes after a
gets
lovely
that one.
move involving Stansfield, Iwata and Williamson. Anderson lashing the ball into the corner.
I think
Past
they're going to
Christy
take
Pym,
their
and
own
then
jolly
Williamson,
time. 3
after
minutes
Jay
of
Stansfield's
extra
little
time
knock,
played
tap home inside
out
the
of
6-yard
9
box to make
for
it 2.
at the
Comfortable first half
Bournemouth.
there for the Blues. Mansfield had a big opportunity through Deji Oshilaja, but he put his header wide. Really should have done better. Half time then, it's Birmingham City.
Ooh, Bournemouth kicking out,
Mansfield
but Man
nil.
United
With
get
you
it, but
again in
Bournemouth
around 15 minutes.
gets the
time.
second ball, lobs it into the box for Onana to grab. So Onana the banana has it for Man United. Kicks it out eventually to Shaw. Ugarte crosses it in to Fernandez. Shot on target, and it's saved by Bournemouth. 93 minutes, and Bournemouth are just trying to keep hold of the ball in defence. Oh dear. Man United are really pushing now. They're really trying to get this
Half-time, it's Birmingham
equaliser.
City 2, Mansfield 0.
Bournemouth
Birmingham
kicking
taking
out.
control of this
Only
game.
as
A
far
lovely
as-
goal on 24 minutes from Keshi Anderson after Williamson played
As
in
far as
through,
Man
latched the
United
ball
player,
into
Man
the
United
corner. They made it
can't
2-1.
control
Williamson
it. Goes
this time
out for a
turned goal scorer after
Bournemouth
Stansfield. Little
throw
knock
in.
inside the 6-yard box.
Oh, I hate it when it does that.
Back to look.
Did me? No, I didn't want that one. I wanted that one. So, Bournemouth now. Throw in really slowly. Gives it to Smith for Bournemouth. Tavernier crosses it, but Yoro gets it for Man United. And 95 minutes of 99. Oh, 9 minutes extra time.
Half-time, Birmingham 2, Mansfield 0. Keshi Anderson.
Man United still on the attack. They're constantly in Birmingham's, in Bournemouth's half. Stags fans are singing you spend more on your team than you do on your bins. Oh, and Man United. Oh, cross it. Oh, back to Fernandes. Surely they've scored. Man United have equalised. Man United have equalised. Oh, 9 minutes of extra time was just too much for Bournemouth to hold on, and yet it's Bournemouth. Bournemouth 1, Man United 1. Stevenage have scored. It's extra time for Stevenage. Stevenage 1, Rotherham United 1, and as Man United equalise, so do Stevenage, and this boring game at Stevenage has just took it even worse. It's about to finish as well. On the stroke of finishing, Stevenage have managed to equalise. Stevenage 1, Rotherham 1. Dauphin taps it out now for Rotherham, and Stevenage have one last couple of kicks now. It's past finishing time, but we're still. So who scored for them? Oh, a Dauphin! Oh no, he loses it, and they have a shot on right at Phillips. Loses it back, and he lost. Rotherham defence loses it again, and they have another shot on target, Stevenage, and it's called off full time. Stevenage, they're nearly winning it at the very death. Nearly got 2 goals in 1 minute. Stevenage to finish that one. It's finished. Rotherham, Stevenage 1, Rotherham 1. It's half time at Birmingham, 2-0 to Birmingham. But this is a game that it's really good, isn't it? Yeah, Birmingham, Man United are on fire up there.
Mansfield missed a big opportunity though before the scoring started when Deji Watchalong placed a header wide from a corner kick.
Hoyland for Man United. And yeah, Sweeney for Stevenage. 90 minutes. It's classed as 90 minutes. It was actually 90 plus 3. 90 plus 3.5, and actually it was supposed to finish on 90 plus 3. I'll call that out of time, but never mind. But one of the most boring games around that one. Stevenage 1, Rotherham 1. I don't want to ever see that one again for another 12 months, please. As Mansfield missed a big opportunity though before the scoring started when Deji Watchalong placed a header wide. It's a corner for Man United with literally a minute to go. No, seconds to go. It's literally 99 minutes now as Shaw gets it on the far side for Man United. They could get a winner here. One or two touches he's got to get it back in the box, and he tries to get it in, but Bournemouth goalkeeper gets that one. Will they stick to the 1-1 Bournemouth, or will they kick it as hard as they can? He's literally probably got about another two kicks of the ball. Oh, kicks it out, but it's a Man United player who gets it. We should be calling this finish. It's 10 minutes of 9 minutes extra time, and Jebison gets it for Bournemouth. Surely you're going to call half time. Kicks it long, but goes out for a Man United throw in.
Goal scorer getting a little touch from Stansfield inside the 6-yard box.
Have we finished?
Mansfield missed a big opportunity though before the scoring started when Deji Watchalong played header wide.
Yeah, we have finished. It's Bournemouth 1, Man United 1. So that's that one over. 10-man Bournemouth 1, Man United 1. Man United equalising in late into injury time. And
Williamson then turned goal scorer getting a little touch from Stansfield inside the 6-yard box to smack the ball home. Mansfield missed a big opportunity though.
I don't know what he does nowadays.
Placed a header wide from a corner kick. Birmingham looking to remain unbeaten so far. It's job done. Birmingham 2, Mansfield 0 at half time. Half time, Birmingham 2, Mansfield 0.
I think Man United are in one. They've admitted that they can't carry on spending the amount of money that they've got, that they've been spending, which is I admire them for it. I really do. You can't afford to spend £250,000 a week on players, on one player's wages. They just sit and think, well, if I'm going to get paid anyway, I might as well just not play very well. Birmingham's still on for 2 records, overall points in any season, and 34 wins, which would beat Doncaster in 1949. Wow! Record 33 wins in a whole season. You're good with your stats. You're good with your stats. So Leicester City women 0, Manchester City women 0. That's half time. Birmingham 2, Mansfield 0 is half time. And yeah.
Mansfield missed a big opportunity though before the scoring started when Deji Watchalong placed.
I can't even remember what they're on. Can't even remember what they're on. What are they on?
Birmingham 2, Mansfield 0 at half time.
Forest Man City in half an hour.
Birmingham 2, Mansfield 0. Keshi Anderson opening scoring for Blues after getting onto a lovely move from Williamson. Williamson then turned goal scorer getting a little touch from Stansfield.
I said, I remember saying I think that they'll get about 111. And I remember saying that at one point. But of course they sort of died off a little bit, didn't they? And didn't quite seem to get the everything right. So 105 points. So they'll finish on about 100. They'll most likely win, won't they? 108 points. Possible finish then. Oh no, they've oh god, they've got an extra. They've got another game, haven't they? They got 2 games coming up, so they could actually. 105. So they could finish on 111. Actually, that's what I said a couple of months ago. They could still finish on 111. Yeah, they could still finish on 111. I was like you though. I did like, what are they? They've not got anything to play for really, and they're not really. Let's face it, they're not really trying to get the points record, because they're not going to get anything for it. So Rotherham are 13th on 56 points. Stevenage are 14th on 56 points. So we'd like to hop over Barnsley next week, which they, of course, Barnsley are against either, which one are they playing? Orient or Reading, aren't they? So there's a good chance if Rotherham can win at home, we could finish in the top half, which after having that moron at the helm, I'm surprised we could even finish in the top half. Birmingham looking to remain unbeaten so far. It's job done. Birmingham 2, Mansfield 0 at half time. Half time, Birmingham 2, Mansfield 0. Keshi Anderson opening scoring for Blues after getting onto a lovely move from Williamson. Williamson then turned goal scorer getting a little touch from Stansfield. You know something, you say that about enjoying themselves, and And that's one of the things that the Rotherham, the new Rotherham manager says, all I did for those next 3 games that we won, those first 3 games, was tell go out and enjoy yourself and show me what you can do. Just take the reins off. And it's amazing how when you've got where you need to be, i.e. the promotion to the Championship, they've been able to just say, you know, enjoy yourself, go and enjoy the football. And I think, yeah, it's amazing what happens when you're not being held back by we've got to play this way. Let's play to our plan. Let's play the way we've been trained to play. When we're up, you can play the way you want and enjoy yourself. Because it might work and it might not, and it's a bit of a risk. But we're not going to risk going up. So play to plan. And then once they were up, it seemed like all the shackles were off, weren't they? And they was like, yeah, let's go and play.
Half-time Birmingham to Mansfield, Neil Keshi-Anderson opening scoring for Blues after getting onto a lovely move from Williamson. Williamson then turned goal
So we're gonna
inside the 6-yard box.
wait. Let's have a look. When did we finish? We finished 4 We should be. We should be starting any time, shouldn't we? I think.
Birmingham 2, Mansfield 0 at half-time. Half-time Birmingham 2, Mansfield, Neil Keshi-Anderson opening scoring for Blues after getting onto a lovely
Oh, it was brilliant. And then we got that bloody arsehole bloke bought us out, Anton Johnson. Anton Johnson had gone and bought Reading, and then he went and bought Rotherham. So he owned 2 football clubs, and of course he was fleecing both of them. Well, not much to fleece out of Rotherham, but and of course he didn't like. He wanted his own friend in rather than Emily Hughes. So he got rid of Emily Hughes, and then the EFL got rid of him for being owning 2 clubs. And we ended up with nothing, and almost with no club. So we went from really great times with Emily Hughes, absolutely phenomenal manager, really was. I tell you what, I never enjoyed watching football quite as much as the Crazy Horse period. We are indeed ahead. We are indeed on the way at Birmingham. Mansfield is straight into the attacking position now. Boateng back to Reed.
Birmingham looking to remain unbeaten so far. It's job done. Birmingham 2, Mansfield 0 at half-time.
McDonald up to Maris.
Coverage of this League One encounter, which we'll see Birmingham City
cross,
crowned
but
champions.
The cross wasn't very good. Goes out for a Mansfield, Birmingham throw-in.
Lifting the trophy today in front of a sold-out crowd at St Andrews at Knighthead Park. So possession there. No further changes, I don't think. I'll double check.
Throws it into Anderson. Laird.
Let's see if any further
for
changes
Birmingham.
were made. I'm not too sure if they had. Full time finished in the Premier League. Birmingham 1, Bournemouth
Davis.
1, Manchester United 1. Rasmus Højlund grabbing a late equaliser there for.
So the only change we've got is Craig off and Reed on for Mansfield.
Earlier.
As Allsop kicks it long straight to Pym.
Allsop in goal for Birmingham.
It does. All the way from one end to the other. Pym has it, kicks it out to McDonald. Down the left, Vickers loses it to Davis. And Davis can probably try and gently build it from the back for Birmingham. Yeah, back to Allsop.
Mansfield had to make a change minutes ago before the break when Craig got injured, replaced by Louis Reed. So it's Pym in goal, back 3 of, a back 5.
Clara, Dowell, Laird into the Mansfield half. Clara down the right, back to the middle with Iwata. To the right with Clara. Dowell tries to get to trying to get into the box. Iwata, but they're not quite getting that like that. Oh, he has a shot though, and gives it to Dowell. Shoot on target, and Birmingham have their first shot of the second half. and it's
Formation for
47 minutes there, and it's another corner, the 11th corner of this game. 11th corner, and Birmingham have a corner.
Into this second half. Going forward again. There is Laird for Birmingham.
I love our supporters singing "We are going to win 3-2."
Dear. Then forward with Iwata. Laird back to
Comes
Dowles,
in
left foot strike
Davis.
over the bar. Good effort that. Did he get a deflection?
Gets
Yeah,
that.
it did. Little save then by Pim. So corner kick.
And it's
For,
out again for
Birmingham.
another corner kick. So 2 corners in a
Strike.
quick succession for
7 corner
Birmingham.
kicks in the first half. Starting off on the front foot, so good save from Christy Pim that to tip that one over. Corner kick to Birmingham then. Try and move further ahead.
Another corner kick
This
comes in.
encounter. Left-footed ball.
Doing
to
it
the back
quick this
post, and
time,
it
so
comes in,
third
it
corner
flicks
kick,
away.
and that comes in for Bacchus this
In
time
fact,
to
they've changed most
get
of the
Bacchus
takeoff.
now.
Now,
Kicks it out. Oh, don't give us another corner. I'm sick of this.
placed with George Maris. Who came on at the
Forward
break.
to Rhodes for Rhodes loses it to Anderson and gives it to Pike. Iwata, Dowell, and Stansfield a shot off target and
Back there
comes
for
out
Iwata.
off a defender
Back in, heading
to
across from Williamson,
Iwata
headed
to
knocked
Laird.
down from Pauk Sung-ho,
Back-
put it wide.
Back to
Perhaps he should
Iwata.
have done better.
Williamson
Uh,
constantly in the Mansfield half now. Laird, Williamson
knocked down from Clara.
back to Clara.
Pauk Sung
Davis
Oh,
over to the left
wide.
side now with Iwata.
See what
Birmingham
Rouse is
just
Rhodes loses
playing
possession.
constantly with it now.
Knocks him off the ball.
Cochrane.
Played forward, chance out
I think it's
to
going to be a
Stratford.
goal.
Dowell
Goal
finds
number
Stansfield.
3, and it's now
Four
Birmingham
goals.
3, Mansfield
Laird.
0.
Has to go back.
Cochrane
Right now,
started that one off on the left side. They changed from the right wing to the left.
Clara.
They've been pushing constantly for the last
Clarity and
five or 6 minutes,
Inside
and
missed the game
they
of
have more
Stevenage on
corners than Muller Rice. They have,
Thursday night due to
absolutely.
illness.
and it's
Some
now
changes made
Birmingham
today
3,
by Chris
Mansfield 0.
To freshen up his side. Here's play down the left. Looking to go undefeated, Birmingham at home this season. Pauk Sung-ho, left foot cross comes in, header comes in, it's into the net. And it's a third goal for Birmingham. That was a powerful header. It's Kieran Dowell, I think, with the third goal.
It is, David. It's now 3-0.
On 50 minutes. Dowell it is. with
Oh,
the powerful
Mansfield
header.
goalkeeper. Ah, no!
Cross
He's
from
giving
the
it to
left-hand side.
Dowell.
I think
Shit,
that was
right
from
in the middle of the net. Where's
Pauk
that one
Sung-ho,
gone?
but double check that. The
Ooh.
third goal has really stopped any momentum for Mansfield here, and Birmingham are really putting
Birmingham
on
nearly
show
getting a
now
4th then.
in this second half. Anderson
Comes back
beats
out to
Bowie
Iwata.
rather
I tell you
easily.
what, they nearly had a 4th. But
Pauk Sung-ho, his cross, Dowell with a powerful header past
Iwata, Laird, and
and Birmingham City
welcome David.
lead by
Back to Clara. Clara now for Birmingham.
rather easy fashion.
Clara. On the left-hand side, because this is where they got the last goal from. But Bowery
work
now
there for-
intercepts that one. Kicks it off a Birmingham
Yeah.
Player, and it's a
Birmingham
Mansfield
plays.
throw-in
Nigel with the
on
right smile
their
on
own
his
half
face
on
in
the
sun.
Mansfield right.
And it was perhaps inevitable today. Things weren't going to really pan out their way.
Let's see where they can throw
Let's
it.
wait
They
for
give it
Birmingham.
to
3 goals up.
Rhodes. Back to Maris. Back to Oshilaya in their own area. So you be careful. Don't nearly lost it there, but McDonald manages to get the second ball and nearly lost it in his own area. Vickers in the left tries passing it forward, but Iwata pinches that one. Gives it to Pike. And then she did
the
that.
maximum of 108 they can get.
Singing going to win 3-2.
They're on course for one more goal to see them get 80 in the
Double
league this
ouch.
season.
too good for us. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Laird down the right-hand side.
It's a ball caught out. Here's Dowell coming
Ooh,
forward.
crosses it, and it goes
Yeah,
all the
middle
way
there for
across
Williamson,
to
but Dowell
Bacchus
loses out.
for Mansfield
Squeeze that ball
to try and
across.
run down the right-hand side, but Iwata
Down the channel.
runs across
There's,
and tackles
Vickers.
him and takes that one
Give
off.
it to Maris and Carl.
So it's with Iwata again.
Out finds
Clara
Laird, who's taken out there by Vickers off the ball.
trying to go to the right-hand side
Just
now,
play
right
on.
wing as Laird decides to pull it
Clara.
back. Try and go up the left-hand
To the
side
right.
again. Iwata seems to have
Laird
moved
takes
right
on
off it
Vickers.
over into the left wing.
That goes
So
backwards
you've got
to
Cochrane and
Clara.
Iwata just in
Moves
front.
that ball across field.
Dowell crosses it, but Reed intercepts that
Putting inside
for
is Anderson.
Mansfield.
Good work from Bacchus to win possession from him there, trying to get the ball under control, knock it down the line, and loses out to Anderson as Iwata comes across to get the ball
Iwata's
back.
just doing an awful lot of work
Now it's
on
Clara
that
who moves
far side,
forward.
well, left-hand side for Birmingham.
Now he's Iwata. Switches across now to Clara.
Oh. Do I actually play if I accidentally press the button? That's not a good
Mansfield's
idea.
break forward Vickers.
Maris. Oh, Maris.
Still play taken out there by Iwata.
Okay, we're going to win 4-3.
Yeah, it was.
Flint intercepts it. Iwata intercepts it back.
Loan from Blackpool.
Gives it to Stansfield. Stansfield! Anderson has another shot on target and it bounces off and nearly Reed manages to get to the post, kick it out, and it's a Birmingham throw-in. Back quickly to, eventually Laird, Iwata, Laird, back to Pike.
Ball on the halfway line.
Nearly 4-0. Back
Forward.
to Allsop.
Headed away there by
Cochrane down the
Clara.
left-hand side for
Barry,
Birmingham.
on halfway line. Maris gives the ball away
Davies.
the back there. Chance for Birmingham to come forward. They come forward with the numbers. Iwata finds Stansfield. And it's Anderson through the middle, trying to get there before Pym. And they'll just go wide of the post. And it's cleared away by
Yeah.
Flint. With some terrible
I don't know who's Flint.
possession there given away. It
Flint
was,
now for
McDonald
Mansfield.
then.
Kicks it out,
Possession
only
in
as
the
far
middle
as
of the park.
Iwata. Back to Davis now.
We were trying to work it
Davis
again.
trying to build again
Down
from
the left-hand
midfield.
side is
Pike
Clara
on the
to
left-hand side.
Davis.
Trying to cross it to the left, to the right-hand side. Yep.
Clara over
To
the halfway
Dowell.
line now finds Williamson.
Laird, Dowell,
Forward
Davis
from
in the middle.
Williamson goes backwards to Clara.
Yeah, pulling it
Clara will
back.
switch it across to Cochrane. A chance
Again
drive
back to
forward.
Cochrane. Pike.
Inside pass to Park Sung Ho. Now to Cochrane again.
Yeah, sod the result. It doesn't matter about the
Inside,
result,
couple of
Roy.
touches. The cross near post over
Bacchus,
Stansfield.
brilliant interception in the corner. Anderson had it. About to cross it, but Bacchus says you're not going to get that one. Kicks it right into the Birmingham half. And Allsop has it passed back to him.
For Dowell.
And Allsop can now pass from the back.
Birmingham just controlling this game. The 3 goals
Down
to
the middle. Iwata. Back to Pike.
Work for them is Iwata almost
Cochrane
lost
now,
possession. There's
running down the
Cochrane to
left hand
find
side.
Keshi
Iwata, it's going to be another one. It's a fourth. It's Birmingham 4, Mansfield 0. No, what that man Iwata started that one, and
a long ball forward.
we can listen to this one as it goes in. Unfortunately,
And there's the ball back there from Davis.
we'll listen to the
Clara
this side of it coming through.
playing to the left now with Cochrane.
When he says Iwata's got it.
There is Clara inside for little back heel. Oh, trying to find Iwata. Oh, what a goal! A little back heel. Iwata broke through the middle of the Mansfield defence. A right-footed strike past Pym to make it 4-0, and as easy as you like. It was Timoki Iwata.
How many goals have they actually scored this year? They've not been scoring very many, have they?
4-0
Birmingham.
To Birmingham City now.
A lot of the time, Birmingham have been winning, so like 2-1, 1-0 and things like that.
Long afternoon now for Mansfield.
But I think
Iwata exchanging passes there with
goal difference of 50.
Clara. It was Dowell's back heel. Oh, lovely back heel as well.
Which from 32 wins is not actually that great.
Back heel for Iwata to get onto that.
Yeah,
and a fine finish by Iwata.
There's not a great
4-0.
deal of 4-3 and 4-0 wins in there. Davis now for Birmingham. Into the box and Laird. Oh, McDonald takes it off Laird. And that was a good interception there. Throw in now for Mansfield.
Let's play down the right hand side is.
Yeah,
Davis.
A lot of teams play defensive and park their bus in the back.
Brings it forward.
One of the Birmingham fans said on one of the commentaries I did, you didn't think about the fact that Reading parked their bus and it was like a dog walker's pitch. Well, yeah, we're talking League One, so the pitches are crap. And everybody parks their bus. What are you on about? It's the only way you can try and stop them from scoring, for God's sake.
Maris was a little bit strong on Anderson there.
Mansfield kicking out for a dangerous throw-in now to Birmingham.
He's got hold of him, Maris. No need to drag him to the ground. In fact, it's McDonald.
Crosses it in. Dowell.
My apologies.
Runs to the near box. Pass it back. Stansfield. Shot off target. Bounces away. To Anderson. Anderson loses it to Bacchus, but he's right in the corner. I don't know what he's going to do. Just kick it out as far as he can to Cochrane. Iwata. Can't afford a bus. No, we can't either. We only have 3 buses. That's all we ever get. Stansfield. Oh, Ashilaya nicks it. Passes it. Taps it back. A bad back pass there. Why do you pass it back to Pim when everybody's attacking? And Pim kicks it out for a goal throw in. But Birmingham cross it straight in, back into the box. And it's to Pim.
And Bacchus will clear all the way towards the halfway line.
It's
there is,
back with Mansfield now. In the goal.
Across to Clara. And now to the right now.
We got a reliant Robin.
To the byline. That ball back. Clara again. Little move forward. Here's Stansfield trying to break through, but good defensive work.
Oh, tries to get Flint, but Stansfield. He's got 3 Birmingham players around him. Passes it to Flint, and the guy's got 3 Birmingham players around him. Birmingham come away with it. Iwata, Pike, Davis. The one player I wouldn't have given it to at that point. Clara, Laird. They're defending so well though, Birmingham. And like then, you know, as soon as the Birmingham guy got the ball the Mansfield guy got the ball in the Birmingham half, he had 3 people around him tackling him. Which I suppose is a bit like League One football, isn't it? But they won't be able to play that style of football in the Championship. It doesn't work in the Championship. You're putting 3 people on when you've got the ball. It's great in League One. It's great in League Two, but Championship. I think they'll change the way they play, and I think they'll succeed. But they will have to change that. Play with space, give space, take space. That tends to be the Championship way.
It's Iwata. Forward pass, little deflection. Shot comes in from Dowell over the bar. Dowell's been caught. Late with a challenge there. Just at the end of his foot.
We got the Forest game starting to come up now. Let's going to have a look at the other games. What we got? We've got Liverpool, Tottenham is getting ready. Nottingham Forest and Man City are getting ready. Leicester women 0, Man City women 0. Still, I'm surprised at that. Birmingham 4, Mansfield 0. Davis now from the back. Clara. Laird. Back to Allsop. Up to Clara. Birmingham really controlling this well now. Cochrane. Bacchus intercepts it, but Pate gets it back, and Reed intercepts it, and Pate gets it back. Reed intercepts it again and gives it to Bacchus, and a triangle of Mansfield players try playing it into the Birmingham half, but Davis manages to kick it away, but only as far as Flint, and Flint now back to Oshilaya. Mansfield actually had the ball, which is quite strange. Does a 1-2 back to Oshilaya, and he crosses it into the box long and hard, but Allsop gets that
City
one.
4, Mansfield Town 0. Independent off-tube studio-based commentary.
Pike now on the left-hand side for Birmingham.
Now Wayne.
Back to Davis.
Just goes through the middle. So Maris trying to get there and help
Allsop
out.
now well out of the box.
Knock that ball forward. But
Davis, I tell you what, they're just passing it around. This is ridiculous. They're just
from Dowell.
Tapping it around in their own area. As if just like we can do this, you know.
With the header that had gone in, it might
over halfway to Williamson, to Anderson, back to Cochrane on the left-hand side. Push it forward, but Bacchus and Reed have a couple of little taps between each other, only for Anderson to come in and take it off the pair, and it goes out for a Birmingham throw-in. They give it straight to Bacchus, who gives it back to Pym for Mansfield.
To the halfway line, Clara.
They tried playing it, throwing it in there really quickly, and didn't work at all.
Right defence is Davis.
We're gonna win 5-4. Do no.
Dowell.
Try and just keep it in defence now, but Mansfield just trying not to lose it.
Byline, a foot in then.
Pass it forward down the left-hand side,
Ball over the top,
but Clara gets that one.
Pym. You can take the time.
Laird down to the right hand, no, back into the middle for Allsop. Davis, Cochrane, Davis.
May is going to be one of them. Lucas Jutkovic will be the other.
Allsop kicks it straight long. Allsop playing probably just about 5 or 6 yards out in front of the D. Kicks it forward all the way to the box for Pym to get. Kicks it to Oshilaya. McDonald.
And now down the right hand side is Ethan Laird.
Oh, down the left, but Davis gets that one. They're just trying to get a few long balls now, Mansfield, just in the hope that one of them lands on a Mansfield player. But Clara gets this one. Down the right, no, back to Clara.
For Laird. I'll go through to Christy Pym.
Davis, Iwata. Clara. Back to Laird.
Just rolls it out for
runs forward. Back across to the left hand side, but Bacchus pinches that one.
Forward. Won by Pao Sung Ho. Knocks it back to Davis.
And
Davis
it's out. It's going to be a Birmingham substitution.
Allsop.
Second Birmingham substitution now.
To the right. Forward. There's Anderson. It's back to Clara. Under pressure there from Wayne. Davis inside for Iwata.
How good is Davis? People talk about Stans.
The third goal. The fourth goal.
Oh, the other one. Not Stansfield. Yeah, the other one.
Birmingham. Today.
Davis actually has been really good. Yeah. But I mean, they
back
all have.
to
Iwata's
the
been
line.
just ridiculous.
Was backwards, was clattered. Free kick then for Mansfield midway through
But
this second half.
in the first half, Mansfield weren't really bad. They weren't bad. They weren't out of it. I thought they were not too bad at all. So I'm surprised it's the score it is, to be honest.
Going off for his final home appearance, Williamson will go off.
So you got Williamson going off, which is
Williamson
breathers. Yeah,
stands.
Well, they've got two, haven't they? The Stansfield, and then they've got the other one that sounds the same. Stansfield, and Stanfield, is it, or something? Now, well, there's two with the same, similar bloody names. Are they actually playing? Are they both playing?
Gardner Hickman comes
Oh, they're not both playing, are they? Well, there's the other one. They've got Stansted and Stansfield, and who's the other one?
City. Keshi Anderson makes his way.
The other one must be injured. Yeah, the other one must be injured. They got Stansfield, and then they've got another one, haven't they? Is it a defender called Stanfield? Stanfield and Stan something.
Come on for Kieran Dowell.
Yeah, done quite well.
Place the three at the back,
unfortunately.
So three up front. Stansfield will probably come over to the left-hand side. Hickman and
Vickers
right
crosses it in, and Allsop gets that one. And Mansfield had nearly had a chance of shot on goal there.
Jukovic is going to retire, so expect.
Jukovic is retiring.
Jukovic up against Flint there, as Mansfield had a free kick.
So 4:30, we're about to start at Forest Man City in the FA Cup. We're about to start Liverpool and Spurs. We've already seen 10-man Bournemouth 1, Man United 1. Last second goal by Man United.
Birmingham lead by 4 goals to 0.
Birmingham are throwing now on the left-hand side.
At normal time. Here's Clara, finds Davis. Cochrane on the left-hand side. Iwata again.
Back to Clara to Harris. Back to Clara.
Lucas Jukovic. 357 games now for Jukovic.
I actually fancy Forest.
Yeah.
I actually fancy Forest. I think Forest have overall, as a team, each player. I think if I gave a score for each player, I'd give a better score for the Forest team as a whole than I would with the Manchester City team.
To the right here is Gardner Hickman. Goes back to Clara. Finds Harris.
Gardner Hickman on the right-hand side.
Short little ball for Harris to go back there to Davis.
Couple of 1-2s. Oh, Mansfield's substitution there.
Stansfield, can he get the cross in? It's behind Harris. Over the top of Gardner Hickman. Iwata's there but loses out to Oshilaja. He's blocked though by
71 minutes, and seem to have just set. I think Birmingham seem to have just settled in now. Look, let's not just take the piss. And yeah, made a couple of substitutions, which are basically just like, let's just save legs. And
just to jockey that ball.
There's no point in overdoing it and injuring players. I think Forest have got a very good chance of winning that one. Is that one on television? Can we? Are we able to watch that one? I think we watch that on television, can't we? So I might go and watch that one in a minute after this game.
To be replaced by
Pim for
Stephen McLaughlin.
They're parking the bus against us. They go straight down to the side. Oh, Birmingham kicking out. It's a throw-in. Dangerous throw-in for Mansfield Town. Oh, and it's gone out for a Birmingham throw-in. Ah, damn.
Over the years, that'll be it for Mansfield. They've made all their 5. And Boateng goes off. Stephen Quinn comes on.
Boateng off, Quinn on.
A veteran stage now. Coming forward is McLaughlin.
McDonald off, McLaughlin on.
39 years
no
old.
more,
Stephen
no more
Quinn.
substitutions for Mansfield. No more excuses. Davis now. Clara.
One of his last appearances, you feel.
Clara.
Kicked off at Anfield.
Like you said, that it's in the defensive area, in the defence, isn't it? They're trying the left-hand side.
Premier League.
Ooh, Mansfield
At the same
nearly
time,
get
the
it, but
semi-final.
two people on him
Forest
straight away
against
to
Manchester City.
kick it away to the
Manchester
right-hand
City
side
just
for
taking the
Harris.
lead
Garno
at
Hickman
Wembley Stadium.
runs at the defence down the middle.
Possible news
Alfie
for
May.
Forest.
Birmingham tries to put it. Oh, offside. Offside. Alfie May got the ball, tried to get it through there, but it is found offside.
He's playing them back
We're
with,
saving ourselves for Wednesday,
Clara
for Posh
Davis.
on Wednesday. Yes.
So trying to press as it stands at the moment. 4-0 to Birmingham. It's been a walk in the park for them, really. Could have gone a goal down, but they didn't.
Yeah, I mean, it was interesting. Mansfield should have really scored first. You know, Mansfield should have been 1-0 up. Would it have been changed any made any difference if Mansfield? You know, you might have upset them a bit too early. It could have been 1-0 to Mansfield really early on. The only trouble is you do that and you think, if I just get that wire right, you think if it had have been, you'd have been that really annoyed the home fans, wouldn't it? And you can imagine them thinking, shit, you know, this isn't right. Come on. Who beat Birmingham 2-0 in the cup final?
Offside against
Well, I haven't got a clue.
Harris, I think, coming at the back post. It might have been.
Oh yeah, Posh, yeah, yeah, you in that one, yeah. And I don't really call it a cup final. It's sort of a Mickey Mouse Shield, isn't it? You know, so a load of Birmingham fans kept picking on me because I kept calling it the Mickey Mouse Shield. And they said, "You're just saying that because you're not in it."
To the far side, brought down there by
Actually, if you
Cochrane.
go back to the first time
forward.
when it was being named as a Bristol Street Motors, you'll realise I called it the Mickey Mouse Shield back then, and they all shut up. But yeah, it's just a bit of.
I'm sure they won a fifth goal
I mean,
here.
I think we got our lowest attendance ever at Rotherham's ground. We got about 200 fans watching that bloody thing. I mean, 200 fans watching a game that's absolutely meaningless. And you're not going to get... I mean, the winners get something strange, like as a Water has a shot off target. The winners get, I think, £20,000, something like that. It's not a great deal. And the runners-up get like 10. It's like, nah, it's not even worth it. It really isn't worth it.
It's Iwata.
I mean, it's a great day out. I agree, it's a great day out. Been there, done it. Brilliant day out. But it's, unfortunately, it's just so...
Up and about with pride at the
It's a
moment.
non-event.
Davis ball over
It's
the
a
top
non-event.
for Alfie May. Alfie May turns away from his marker.
It's the only cup
Barry
we've won.
right across from Gardner Hickman getting up there with Stansfield.
Freight Rover.
Back out
When
for
we
Iwata again.
run it,
Volley.
and Flint gets it took
Wide.
off him, but Reed gets it back. When we first won it, it was the Auto Windshields trophy. Oh, Allsop gets it back, and Mansfield are actually pushing a little bit now. Cochrane down the right, down the left,
6
back
minutes
to
gone.
Davis.
Birmingham 4, Mansfield 0.
Allsop, Clara, Djukovic. Putting the old men on now, aren't they, Djukovic, just to show they can do it. Clara, Davis, Cochrane, down the left, perhaps. Or we're just going to park the bus and pass it back. Stansfield runs at the defence, down the left-hand side, crosses it. Djukovic! Oh, McLaughlin nicks that one in the last minute and kicks it out for a Birmingham throw-in, close to the right-hand corner. Stansfield just ran straight down the left-hand wing, all the way now. Whoosh.
Dowell and Iwata. 4-0.
Yeah, I agree. They're just passing it around at the back. Alfie May now. Oshialaya pinches it from him.
Play down the
Gives
left
it to
side. Great
Quinn.
way from Stansfield to knock it past his man.
Lynn
Dragging across his
Quinn
Bowery.
to
Stansfield's
Wayne.
still there. Gets
runs
across
into
it,
the
looking for
Birmingham
Jukovic.
half. Probably only the second time in.
away.
Oh, shot at goal, but
left.
it's kicked out by the Birmingham goalkeeper.
throw
Only
there.
as far as Flint runs into the box. Oh,
£15 million man, Jay Stansfield.
78. No. Doesn't get anywhere. Flint now could have possibly done a bit better with that, but not to be.
Little back heel, but can't. And to be cleared away down the channel. And there's Ben Wayne. That ball back inside. Here comes Mansfield on a charge. Maris trying to get the ball
Birmingham
down.
are gonna-
Foul by Maris.
Birmingham going to have a substitution again. This must be the last one for them. They must have had 5, surely. Yeah, this is going to be the last
Maris
substitution
making
for
sure he's
Birmingham.
all right. Landed on him awkwardly.
79 minutes now. It's still Birmingham 4, Mansfield 0.
And Parrots and Hose just feeling the effects of that. Another substitution here for Birmingham.
No!
It'll
No!
be, Mark Leonard coming on to replace.
I felt sure Man City wouldn't win that one. We're going to have a quick look. Yeah, 8 minutes, Nottingham Forest 0, Man City 1.
There you go.
Dear.
Oh, 10 changes.
Liverpool
have been made
0,
by,
Tottenham
the
0.
manager.
Can't believe that one. Nottingham Forest, what are you doing? Man City are attacking again.
Manchester City 1, Nottingham Forest 0 in the FA Cup semi-final. So Liverpool 0, Tottenham 0.
So,
The Premier
80
League.
minutes now. Cochrane for Birmingham down the left. Back to Davis. Like I said, just knocking it around now. It's just taking the piss, aren't they? Davis, Harris.
10 minutes to go then at St Andrews. Birmingham City 4,
Ooh,
Mansfield
down to
0.
Stansfield. Stansfield kicks it in,
Top
only
of
as
the
far as
chest
Pym
there
to
for
get.
Dow brought down for the left-hand side.
So Pym managed to get that one nice and easy.
Played into the middle then for Jukovic, who will switch it across.
Pushes it long to Pym in the to Flint in the Birmingham half, but Stansfield gets that one instead.
Davis.
Gives Stansfield and Alfie May both
Harris.
together on the left-hand wing. Totally out of position, but who cares?
To the left-hand side.
Try and push it back
Stansfield.
into the Mansfield half, but
Not forward then, trying to go through to
McLaughlin comes
To,
away with it eventually.
Allsop.
Gives it to Vickers. Vickers does a quick 1-2 with Reed.
Davis still barking out
We're
some
crap, but
instructions.
we're staying up.
Birmingham, first
Quinn.
manager to get promotion.
Crosses it. Vickers has a shot and it's off target. And
20 years
at
ago.
least they've had a shot in the second half. And it may have gone out, but it's a
Championship to the
goal
Premier
kick
League.
to Birmingham.
It's Clara.
But they've had a shot.
Side just
Mansfield have had a shot
Jukovic.
in the second half.
Hard to get his goal, but
Stanford, that's the other one.
Vickers. Gardner Hickman goes with him. Vickers inside to Reed. Deflects into the
Yeah,
path of
Stanford,
Quinn.
I was thinking of. Stanford and Stansfield, isn't it?
Turns, finds Vickers. Vickers back to Quinn again. Turns back.
I don't
Step
like
overs
May.
inside for
I don't
Vickers.
rate Alfie
Turns
May.
past
I really
Harris.
don't rate Alfie
Right
May.
for a strike past the near post.
Really don't.
Right,
Never
Vickers.
have done.
effort.
Rotherham tried
At
to buy
least.
him as their first £1 million player from
Target in the second
was it
half.
Celtic or Rangers? And we tried
Caleb
buying him.
Vickers on loan
And
from
Sheffield Wednesday,
Right
being
now, Albion.
being total twats,
Down
decided,
by his
oh,
ankles.
Rotherham look like they're
Promise
going to pay £1 million for Alfie May. Let's pay 1.1. So they bought him for 100,000
the right
more.
post of
And he went
Ryan
on to
Allsop.
play loads of games and score, I think, 4 goals for them in the whole season, and then got sold on because he was crap.
back
And
alongside.
yeah, he's scoring more goals, but I just don't rate him. I really don't rate him.
Maris, long
Good off the ball, hard to pick up. Yeah, it's at the end of the day, he's supposed to be scoring goals, and he just doesn't have it for me. He doesn't have that constant ability. I'd rather have a Lee Gregory. I really would. If you offered me Lee Gregory or Alfie May, I'd go Lee Gregory.
Left hand side takes on.
Oh, McLaughlin nicks that one from May. But May gets it back. McLaughlin gets it back again. Djukovic gets it. McLaughlin gets it from him. Kicks it out. In frustration, I think, rather than anything else. And on 83.5 minutes, it's a Birmingham throw on the Birmingham left. On the Birmingham right, sorry.
He loses out, and Vickers has the throw back for Quinn.
Maybe it looks good against average teams.
Pass there for Reed. Reed again, 3 men around him. Moves that ball back to Vickers. Cleared it towards the halfway line.
Or is it that the ability, he lowers his ability to look the same as the rest of them?
Away.
Oh, Bacchus now. Back to McLaughlin for Mansfield. Try pushing it down the right hand side, but Iwata gets that.
Centre half.
Push back to Leonard. Davis down Stansfield, right on the hugging the left hand line, kicked out by Bacchus.
Two centre halves.
It's thrown in by Birmingham, but only as far as Bacchus, who then I don't know what happened there, but it manages ends up as a Birmingham, as a Mansfield goal kick.
It deflects into the path there, and a clearance away by McLaughlin. Goes into touch. Oh no, kept in play, in fact, by Gardner Hickman.
Tottenham 1-0. That's good. I don't know. I'm not a fan of Liverpool, mainly because everybody says they're a Liverpool or Man City or Man United fan.
It's Barry.
Oh, how many times have you been? Oh, never.
That should be a goal kick. Around 5
I met somebody who was a Manchester City fan from Land's End. How many times have you been? Oh no, I just watched the scores. You're not a Man City. You're not a Man City. It was a Man City fan. You're not a Man City fan then, are you? You've never been. You just watch the scores.
Birmingham City.
Oh, Quinn. Vickers. Oh, it's out, and it's going to be a Birmingham goal kick. You know, good build up then by Mansfield.
Move away.
Let's come out. I think it's. Hang on. What's this? Liverpool. There's VAR at Liverpool. I don't know what it's for, but VAR is out at Liverpool. They're reviewing Liverpool
down the left
goal.
Side,
They're reviewing a Liverpool goal.
Says no.
Liverpool were offside.
Vickers.
Liverpool were offside. It was nearly Liverpool 1, Tottenham 1, but it's Liverpool offside. VAR have ruled it out.
Flint saying to Vickers, I want it there. 6 yards out.
The last time Rotherham played Man United, we lost 6-0.
Turning away.
We'll forget that one. Liverpool back in now, seeing if they can get that goal back onside. Back with
final games of the season next week for some. Others
they're certainly attacking the Tottenham goal now, Liverpool.
Just fighting for relegation.
And this time they've got it in the net and it's allowed. This time it's allowed. It's Liverpool 1, Tottenham 1. They've had one disallowed and they've gone straight back in with oh my God, Shozbolay. Well, God knows, some foreign player. Right on the corner there to put it in, and it's now Liverpool 1, Tottenham 1.
3 minutes to go.
Nottingham Forest now attacking with Hudson-Odoi.
Up there at the moment. Vickers.
Across to Santos in the middle. Dominguez. Santos.
McLaughlin. Now for Quinn.
Gibbs White.
Vickers.
Oh, try getting into the corner, but Guardiola gets it for Man City, gives it to O'Reilly, and they pull it out.
Great defending there from Leonard to go with him. Not clattered, but it'll be a corner kick.
Be full time before you say it. Yeah, probably will.
Flint clattered into Leonard.
So that's 1-1. That's 1-0. This is 4-0. However, it's 88 minutes. Like Roy says, we're nearly there.
Something from this game.
Cochrane now.
It was who kept the ball. Sorry, it was Wayne who
Quinn.
kept the ball in play.
Oh, nicks that one nicely and gives it to Bacchus, who loses it to Alfie May.
Not a great one.
I'll tell him what, he's right in. He's actually playing defence, Alfie May. They really are. They're just taking the Michael now, aren't they?
Over the head of Flint. Quinn. Back there.
88.5 minutes.
Short of the ball for Reed. Bacchus again. Finds Quinn. Quinn switches across to McLaughlin. McLaughlin chips that ball forward.
But oh, he loses it. Bowery nicks it. Australia tries crossing it from the right wing to the left wing. But nobody's there, and it goes out for a Birmingham throw-in in their own half.
Over that far side.
Short to Iwata. Garner Hickman.
Charlton.
Back to Clara.
Doncaster man. Also Cheltenham.
Allsop. Davis now down the left. What's he going to do? Cochrane. He'll probably try and pick out Stansfield. No, he hasn't. He's pulled it back to Davis. And back to Allsop. They're taking the Michael. Clara. Garner Hickman. Oh, no, you don't. McLaughlin nicked it, but Harris nicks it back. Kicks it long and hard. Only as far as Pym. It's 20 seconds to 90 minutes now.
Back to Allsop.
We'll soon find out what the. What do you think the extra time's going to be? 2 minutes? Don't think it's been much, has it? There's been two substitutions, about 2 or 3 substitutions, which is probably 3 minutes. 90 minutes, let's have a look. It should come up soon.
Down the right, not forward by Gardner Hickman. Birmingham can move and motor down the right hand side.
Come on, give us the extra time. Tell us what it is. Ooh, yellow card for Mansfield.
Ball forward.
2 minutes. I've not got anything here yet.
Played at the end of this second half. Additional minutes so far. Board's not quite gone up yet.
The board's not quite gone up yet, no.
To Harris. Harris to the left for Stansfield.
Allsop, Clara. Back to Allsop.
Water, changing passes with Harris.
Davis.
Cochrane. And Lennis gets clattered there by Wayne.
Cochrane, long and hard. And
see what the board says in a second.
they lose it, and
seen it.
Mansfield have a throw-in. Waiting for someone to tell us how long we've got.
Note for all supporters. Birmingham lead by 4 goals to 0.
Wayne. Wayne loses it to Clara.
How many minutes? There's been plenty of changes, so I would imagine around 4.
Also.
Maybe. Long ball over the top.
To Cochrane.
Stansfield. Jukovic.
Alfie May now for Mansfield. Oh, for Alfie May for Birmingham. Australia nicks it for Mansfield.
The ball goes into touch.
Oh, and gets clattered into, and it's going to be a Mansfield free kick.
Pitch at the end of the game. So not the League One trophy to be lifted. There's Clara. He's back now. Still no word of how many additional minutes to be played.
Birmingham with a yellow card.
Birmingham 4, Mansfield 0. Independent off-tube studio-based commentary.
Nobody's saying how long we've got. We've already played. Mind turning off. We've already.
At the minute, wins his side a free kick. Foul by Davis.
92 minutes and 24 seconds so far.
Moving forward. And they grab a consolation goal.
May for Mansfield. Well, I saw May get it, and then I saw you lot nick it, and I thought, oh, Mansfield took it. Reed has a shot on target. Oh, first shot on target in the second half for Mansfield Town, and they nearly got a goal back, and it's Allsop who will kick that one out, and oh, Mansfield nearly got a goal then.
Thought he'd be interested.
He'll bankrupt us. Probably is yeah. Imagine what wages he's on. I mean, you have no chance. Allsop's taking the piss now. Down to Oshalaya. Iwata. Oshalaya gets it from him. Stansfield nicks it from him.
Right-footed, curling effort straight to the hands of Allsop.
Flint, Stansfield and Bacchus. Bacchus comes away with it. Bacchus and Cochrane comes away with it.
Birmingham's final
Davis.
Game at St Andrews, where they remain unbeaten.
Leonard. Iwata. Leonard.
Champions of League One.
Cross to Harris. Garner
All
Hickman.
eyes on the
Cross it in. Oshalaya gets that one. Cochrane.
The left-hand side.
Iwata, cross it. Oh, Jukovic. Oh, Oshalaya managed to get that one. And crosses it to into corner. However, long extra. It is, isn't it? 4 minutes. It's now gone up as 4 minutes extra time, but we're already on 4.5 minutes. How can you put a board up on 4.5 minutes to say 4 minutes? Full time, that's it. Everybody take a breath. That was stupid. 4.5 minutes of extra time, and they put a board up saying 4 minutes.
Wickham in particular.
Duh! So it's finished. Birmingham 4, Mansfield 0.
The byline, back into the area.
Liverpool 2, Tottenham 1. Manchester City are winning 1-0 away at Nottingham Forest. Thank you for watching.
Shakes hands with Nigel Clough and Andy.
And I think Nigel Clough will be just happy to get away and down. Thank you for watching, Roy. Yeah, thank you for watching, David. And I hope everybody enjoys the end of the season, the last game of the season, or for certain teams, the last 2 games of the season. And have a nice time, and we shall see you all next week. There'll be one last prediction video coming out. Not many people watching them nowadays because they already know where they are going to be, and they're not really interested in the games anymore. So I'm going to have to change the videos. The videos will start changing at the end of next week to include a little bit more fun and a little bit more where are people going to go and who's interested in who. So if you've got any inside stories, just nick me a quick message on any one of the videos and I'll pick it up. And I'm always in there for anybody who's got a bit of inside information to do a video with. So yeah, we shall see you all later. And it's from one on the beach side that drew 1-1 to another on the beach side that got trounced by Birmingham in And I can't believe they parked the bus just because they couldn't be asked to risk the players. It's goodbye from me, goodbye from him, and I'll see you all next week. Have a nice time, and you were slightly outclassed, but there again, look, before you go, one of their players is worth more than Rotherham's entire team, and probably the entire team and the management staff. So let's face it, they've paid to be there, so they deserve to be there for being able to spend that much. So we'll see you all again. Gonna have a watch at the FA Cup, I think, and let's see if Nottingham can come back. Thank you for joining, and it's one more stream. Over and out.